Welcome to my live. I just woke up, about an hour ago, but Kornika says hi. Hello. Say hi, Coin. Hello. There's one person in here, but I'm sure soon more people will start coming in. How you guys doing? I guess I'll just say a prayer and set my intentions while I wait for people to realize that I am live. All right. Hi, Galilea. Hi, Rebecca. How you guys doing? Korika wants you to know that she says hi. Hee hee. Please like the video. Hi, Robin. Yay, I get a love for my birthday. Yay, I love reading. Yeah. Hi, Tia. How you doing? Ortesia, I'm sorry if I don't pronounce your names right. Oh, you get a live. Nice. Happy birthday, Robin. My Aries queen. Grand Rising. Hi. Hi, Janie. Hi, Maria. Hi, Warm Golden Glass. Hi, Adam. Looking super cute. Wow, thanks. I just rolled out of bed. All right. Ow, Grunica. She's making biscuits on my thigh. All right, let's say a prayer, set our intentions. Everyone say happy birthday to Robin if you so choose. And please like the video so more people get notified. But I have a feeling because it's a pick a card that a lot of people are going to come in. That also means any moderators that come in, please just be on your game because for whatever reason, sometimes there's crazy people that don't like these kind of videos. Tia is perfect pronunciation. Okay, good. What's new, girly? Not much. Much, but I'm kind of like keeping everything under wraps because it's like Mercury retrograde. So I'm like I have a bunch of stuff that's like happening beneath the scenes for my business, which I'm excited about. And I finished the itinerary for Salem, and then do you know who wiped their butt with it? I'll give you one guess. Kornika literally wiped her butt with the itinerary for Salem, and then I typed it at the library, so I didn't save it because it was like on a PC that's not mine. And I was like, no! And I was like, now I'm gonna have to fucking carry this poop itinerary with me. And then my friend Emily, who's just so nice, like seriously, like such a good friend, she was like, oh, I type really fast, send me a picture and I'll type it up. And she typed it up in like 20 minutes, and I was like, thank you so much. So I'm gonna give her spiritual bath as a thank you because it saved me a lot of time and energy. Remember a long time ago you had a live in which you talked about sexual magnetism with me. Honestly, I do so many lives, but that sounds like something I would talk about. Also, guys, you'll think this is funny. When I just did the sex spell, my snails started reproducing. They always do that. Every time I work with like the Pombagira or I go down to the crossroads and I do a sex spell, the snails reproduce a bunch of eggs. So like their little fish tank is full of like 5 different egg sacs right now because their little bodies get hit with the energy and they don't know what to do with it, I guess. Hi, Benny. Hi, Keze. Hi, Odysseus. Today's occasion is I'm gonna read because I was pulling cards for myself because I was being like nosy about my own love life, and then I was like, why am I doing this? I should just like go live. I should just go do it on the live. So yeah, we're gonna read. Let me say a prayer and set our intentions, and then we'll get into it. Do you love my cup? I love my cup. I got it at Five Below, and I'm obsessed. This is a little jelly thing. It's like a little silicone and glass straw, And then it's just a cute little peach cup. Rad glasses. Thank you. I love my orange glasses. I hope you're doing well. I can't wait to hear your reading. Yay. I am doing good things. Hey, Pragya. What's up, girl? How you doing? So cute. Thank you. I love these glasses. I got them from Firmu, but I did not get my prescription there. I ordered the lenses, and then I took them to like a local glasses place because when I ordered lenses online, they came out like wrong. So I took them to like an actual glasses place here. Hi, Maria. And it was a bunch of old people, and they were like, what? These look really hard to put prescriptions in. And I was like, but not in a rude way, in a like we're dramatic and old way, because like not a lot of exciting things happen. So when something slightly exciting happens, we make like a really big deal out of it. And then he was like, get in here, Marge, or like whoever. He like called in like 4 other people. He's like, do you see these? She wants us to put lenses in these, but they don't have this, and they don't have this, but they do have this. And then they all look at me all like dramatic, and I was like, well, you guys up for a challenge? And then the guy was like, I never back down from one. So it's just like funny. Like, I feel like it just goes to show that like, no matter what you do with your life or like what your job is, like you can always like make it entertaining or dramatic, you know? I'm getting some coffee and smoking a bowl. That cup is awesome. Thank you. The cup and the glasses match. They do. I've been all right, just hanging in there. Yeah, story of the eclipse, right? The eclipse has been really freaking E-tense. The eclipse has been E-tense. I love the cup and the water. I am fasting 7 minutes late. Ugh, good for you for your fast. I just ordered my first pair of glasses for my astigmatism. They're so expensive. Yeah, girl. I have been, like, unable to see since I was in 2nd grade. I got glasses in 2nd grade. So, like, you know, growing up, I did not realize how expensive they were because my parents always paid for them. And then it was definitely a rude awakening when I grew up and was like, huh? I gotta buy this now? Just, like, you can't help it. You can't see. So what do you, like, you have to buy it. That's the crazy thing about America and, like, the healthcare systems and stuff. I don't know why, but recently I've been on a perfume kick, and I want to pull cards on what that could mean. I have been wearing more perfume as well. It's very, like, alluring, and it draws people in. When I went down to Florida, like, when I went to Miami, everyone wore perfume and cologne, so you'd go in the elevator, and it's, like, smells in every direction, and I was like, wow, everybody really smells nice here. Crazy intense. Yeah, crazy intense. Just kidding. Like, it's been an obsession. Goddesses like that stuff. You probably have a goddess around you. That, like, goddesses like soap, perfume, you know, that kind of stuff. I'm gonna fill up my water, and then we'll say a prayer, set our intentions, and we'll get into picking the groups. Also, guys, leave your questions, like, what do you want answered? I kind of don't know what I want answered. Like, I'm just, like, being nosy, and I want to know, like, what's going on. But I don't really know. I don't really have a topic yet. Yeah, corn. Okay. Yeah. Yes, honey. I know, your other food is thawing, okay? Yeah. Come on. Do you hear the little cutie patootie? Hi, Corey. She just went right under my knees. Wonder if my twin flame will show up today. I guess we'll have to see. What topics should we do, guys? Let me know what topics we should do. Also, please like the video so more people get notified. Hi, Madison! Did you delete your Instagram? It's funny because I think you deleted your Instagram and then Lizzie made one. Yes, I have a goddess around me. Maybe she is helping me tap into certain energies and healing. Yeah, and also too, I've noticed that like a lot of people who work with me and a lot of my clients are, and myself, we're trying to be more in our feminine energy and get out of survival mode and into more of a space of like comfortability and like surrender. So there could be a goddess around you trying to help you with that. Do we have to have a specific person in mind, or can it be one that will come soon? Yeah, that works too. That totally works. I deactivate it every other day. I transition to app lapse. Interesting. I don't know what that is. To the app lapse? I don't know what that is. Hi, fam. Hi, Teresa. Happy to be here with everyone. Hi, fam. Hey, girl. How you doing? It's like OG Instagram used to be. Oh, so it's like actual photos. This morning I did a meditation for the feminine energy. God bless you. God bless you. Thanks for doing your meditation. Kaisa. I hope I pronounced that right. What can get us into more of our femininity in a relationship? So literally the energy I just keep like pushing, not pushing because that's not feminine at all, but the energy that spirit keeps showing me is the empress, because when we think of the empress card in the tarot deck, let me see if I can find my empress in this deck and I'll show you. When we think of the Empress tarot card, she's just on her throne. She sits there and everyone else comes to her. She's kind of like the epitome of like the distorted, toxic, like what our society would consider like a distorted, toxic male. So like, you know how like the masculine energy has been distorted where he kind of like, there's like that archetype of the man that just like sits on his recliner and like makes his wife wait on him and he just like sits and watches TV and does nothing. That's like distorted masculine. That's like distorted masculine stealing feminine energy and using it for separation consciousness instead of unity consciousness. So the Empress is like the direct opposite of that. She sits on her throne, she's pregnant. And pregnant women should be taken care of because they're literally growing a whole person in their body, like literally growing a whole human. So it's like she sits on her throne, she's pregnant, and she's doing so much, right? But she's not actually doing anything technically. So she's doing so much because she's literally growing an entire human being. But yet from the outside looking in, she looks like she's just sitting there doing nothing. And although she is the vessel for which the fetus is growing, she has to surrender to source, right? Like, because source is the one, she doesn't know, she doesn't tell her body, okay, make the baby's kidney. She doesn't do that. Her body just does it because she's divine and she's an aspect of source. And she has to surrender and trust that source, or God as you perceive God, is going to create that child in source's image, however you believe in God. So it's like she has to be actively surrendering. And then as well, giving birth is probably the biggest surrender you'll ever have to experience in your entire life. And the biggest period of like trust and moving through that energy of literally taking a life from inside your body and birthing it out into reality. And that's why I get really pissed off when people call women birthing people. Like, it's just such a gross, disgusting, disturbing way to take away our divinity and make us seem like we're breeders and nothing else to the collective. Like, sorry to break it to you, but no one in this reality would exist without biological women. Every single one of you came out of a biological woman's body and was grown in a biological woman's body, and I'm really tired of that being a controversial or offensive thing to say, because the other rhetoric is offensive to me. Calling me a birthing person, a breeder, a chest feeder, ew. And I don't care who that offends, and I don't care if that's controversial, because I'm offended. I'm offended by, like, I also have another unpopular opinion, and it's okay if you don't like it. But I don't like when people ask me my pronouns. I have a lot of feelings about pronouns, but when I was growing up, the girls in my class, I'm a woman, and the girls in my class, when they would bully me or talk bad about me, or there was like this like forum where you could anonymously put like just mean stuff, like they would call other girls like really mean things and like just shame them for everything. And the girls would say me and my sister looked like men. Like that was like the bullying tactic used against me, was that like we looked like men and that we were secretly men. So like it really bothers me when someone's like, what's your pronouns? Because it's like I'm on the other side offended that you can't tell. And it's funny, like a bunch of people are leaving the live because it's like it's a hard truth that people don't like to hear. And I feel very passionate about this. I feel very passionate about creating safe spaces for women, biological women. And it's funny because the pendulum is starting to swing. I felt like this for a very long time. And the pendulum is starting to swing out of the hands of the radical extremists that push this rhetoric. And I have something else in store as well. I might be doing an interview with someone who's like a leader in, protecting children's rights, protecting trans rights, like true trans, not predators wearing trans or woman face. And I'm working on getting an interview with this person and sharing my experiences and sharing my beliefs around the issue. And I think it's going to be really good. I think that it's going to piss some people off, maybe, because people don't like to hear. That's what I can't stand about that section of reality right now, is like, and I'm bi, like, which I shouldn't even have to be bi to be able to speak like this. Like, you should be able to tell your opinion no matter what group you're in or not in. But like I'm bi, and I cannot stand that community right now, because that community is like, they're like organized crime. They like go after people that don't have the same belief system as them, instead of just listening and hearing them out. There's a difference between hatred and just having a difference of opinion. And so I'm really hoping by the end of April to secure an interview with this person who's like a leader in taking down the toxic activism. Because activism has become so, in my opinion, wrong. There's like so much of it. It's like a blanket term for bad behavior. And there's nothing wrong with actually wanting to help the world, actually wanting to make it a better place, and trying to create equality for all. That is the number one, right? Like that's the number one goal for most healthy-minded individuals. But the community has basically been filled with a bunch of like narcissists, predators, and just angry, mean people. Like there's this girl that was like, well, I don't know what this person identifies as. I don't know. I'll just call them they, because whatever. But they were yelling on their TikTok video about how they hate like they're a white woman, by the way. Like they were born biologically a white woman, but they just like have a beard now, and I don't know if they're transitioning. I don't know if they're gender neutral. I have no clue. But they were yelling about how the last thing the world needs is more nice white women, and how they're so sick of nice white women pretending to be healers but not actually doing the work for like marginalized groups of people, and how white women need to be doing the heavy lifting for everyone else. And that's another thing that's like I have a very unpopular opinion about, but I am so sick of being blamed for everything. Like, and people will fucking attack me when I say that. Like, when I'm like, can you stop blaming me for everything because I'm white? People will be like, oh, you fucking settler. Oh, you 1% Native American. That I got that before. Oh, you cry about how you're 1% Native American just because I'm a white-skinned native. Like, I shouldn't have to token myself. I shouldn't have to say I'm native. I shouldn't have to say I'm bi. That's stupid, weird, and gross. And it's not just the younger generation. The younger generation is getting brainwashed into it, but it's like older predators who have jumped on this weird, creepy trend to then continue to brainwash the younger generation. And so I'm really fucking sick of that. Like, I'm just sick of being blamed for everything all the time for no reason, just because of the color of my skin. Yes, like, as much as we want space, as much as we want the space for people to feel comfortable, I also do want to expand upon the understanding of femininity. Oh yeah, I got off track. Sorry, I forgot that's what I was talking about. That community doesn't think I'm gay enough, so I don't claim them. That's the thing, Benny, right? Like, but that's also the thing with, like, being native and having white skin. I'm not native enough because I have white skin. You're not gay enough, so the community doesn't accept you. I'm bi, but I don't get a say because I'm not repeating everything you say back to you because I don't want to use pronouns, because I don't want to do all this weird shit that everybody made up during the lockdown. None of the... Okay, I want to say something as well. I did gender studies in college. Like, my minor was in women and gender studies. I actually have quite an extensive background in true scholastic work in that field, okay? I did 4 years of minoring in that, okay? And it's just like, none of this was taught. This is all new, weird rhetoric that popped up during the pandemic because everybody was confused and bored and scared. So they just started making shit up to distract themselves from the fucked upness of the world. And it's just like, this is not all the pronouns, all that shit, that's not scholastically recognized. Maybe it is now because it's like taken off, but this is new and it's not. I just can't wait for it to be over. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of I'm just so sick of that group of people, the extremists, not actual, like you said, like Benny, like you're like, I'm not gay enough, so the community doesn't accept me. Not normal people like you and me, like, because I don't think those people are normal. If you're an extremist that literally says that getting misgendered is violence, you're telling me to my face you've never been punched in the face. Like, if you think that something other than violence is violence, you're blatantly telling me you've never experienced violence. You've never gotten your ass beat. You've never been in a domestic abuse relationship. You've never experienced real violence. If you find a way to say that something other than violence is violence, I've lost all respect for you. And I'm disgusted by it as someone who's been physically abused by a man and a woman. One of the girls I was dating beat my ass worse than I ever have had my ass beat in my life. She tried to rip out my teeth and scrape out my eyes. So I think I have a say. It just makes my blood boil. Sorry, I know I'm ranting. It's just really annoying. I'm not Mexican enough to be Mexican and not white enough to be white. Mixed kid problems. Literally, Maria. Literally. Hi, baby Pico. I'm just being angry. Maria, exactly. Like, I speak Hindi and I'm 100% genetically Indian, but Indians in India will never accept me or be surprised when I'm in touch with my culture. Literally. Like, we really took a step back. Exactly. Since 2020. So true, Pragya. We really took a step back in terms of understanding identities. We can be a part of several communities. Also, isn't that what America's built on? Like, because I know Maria and Pragya, you're from America like me. Like, we're built on immigrants and different cultures coming together as one. The American motto was e pluribus unum, what you see on the penny. It means out of many, one. many different cultures, many different kinds of people coming together to make one. This is the most divided I have ever seen America in my life. And then also, too, I'm just getting really controversial today. I don't believe in the illegal immigrants because I have so many friends who are legal immigrants, and I had to watch them fucking scrape by and try to get their citizenship. Like two of my aunts are legal immigrants. One is from Brazil and one is from Peru. And then I have multiple friends who, like, one of my friends is from Mexico, and she literally had to go through so much to get her green card. And then once she got it, she was all alone in this country with no support, and like had to do, like, she would tell me she'd be like sick and she'd have to walk to the doctor through the snow. Meanwhile, these illegal criminals are literally out here raping and murdering like college students, and they're like, well, throw them in jail and take them back out because they're not a citizen. Like, how? That's not good for anybody. That's not good for America-born Americans. That's not good for legal immigrants. That's not good for anyone. It's just not. And it's hard because I feel like I'm speaking common sense, but the like extremists on both sides cannot hear that. Pragya, that's so disappointing because I love all of my heritage. Yeah, exactly. It sucks. I had the same problem, but I'm 100% Puerto Rican. Yeah, but yet you're not Puerto Rican enough, right? Right? Intersectionality. That's the word, Madison. Intersectionality. Hey, Blenny Blue. Hi. I will say, when I was on vacation, I interacted with so many different types of people. Everyone was kind, patient, compassionate. I was really hopeful. I was in LA, of all places. Well, that's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. And the real fucking kicker with mixed Latinos, technically we're not mixed. I'm going to, Jet, you need to get out. You're not welcome here, Jet. Get out. Just get out. I'm going to block you as soon as I can. This is not one of those lives where you get to come in and be rude. The last time we were live, some guy came in and was like, hey, is this a live that's accepting of gay people? And I was like, yeah, of course we are. And then he proceeded to bully all of my viewers. And I'm like, dude, like, it has nothing to do with being gay and everything to do with your being an asshole. Get out. Get out, Jet. You're not welcome. And I will block you next time you post something. Technically, okay, and the real fucking kicker with mixed Latinos, technically we're not mixed because Latino is not a race. Why? Because they don't want us claiming our indigenous roots. Exactly, right? A lot of it goes back to some sinister fucking population control agenda, divide and conquer agenda, and people who don't see that, I don't have time for you anymore. Like, I tried to save you from 2020 to 2024, and I can't. So, I don't have time for you. You either have to figure it out yourself, or it's survival of the fittest. Common sense isn't so common. That's the sad truth. I don't get why people say silence is violence, as if me not wanting to put in my 2 cents about every single issue is the equivalent to doing something like bodily harm. Common sense, right? Common sense. It's just another stupid divide and conquer tactic that's been used by the 1%. America is getting weirder every day. I agree. Hi, CW. Yes, Teresa. Yes, Teresa. We kicked him out, Dutch. Thank you, Maria. I don't know what they were saying, but it clearly wasn't nice. Bye. We're on top of the bots and haters. Hell yeah. You said it, Benny. Oof. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. I'm sorry I just ranted so much like that. That's on my mind lately. I think about that stuff every day because this has been going on before 2020, though. I would get yelled at all the time that I couldn't be like a white spiritualist. it was happening a lot. Like, I would get a lot of nasty comments about how, like, I don't know who you're talking to, you don't have ancestors, and it's like, yes, I do. I have Italian ancestors, I have Native American ancestors, I have Irish ancestors, so this is a problem that's been brewing. It just, I feel like, has gotten way exacerbated and way worse over the last 4 years. I cannot marry you. Sorry. It needs to be ranted about more often. Thank you. And that's why I'm hoping to catch this interview with somebody who's like a leader and speaking against this. And he's also like a leader in the trans community. Like, I know I'm talking about like being mixed and all these other things, but I feel like it's all very interwoven and connected, because it's that same idea of like, if you don't meet this exact criteria, you're not valid. And that's true with being mixed. That's true with being in the LGBTQ community. That's true with being in a lot of different areas of life. So I believe in freedom. I believe in being yourself. And I believe in, just doing what makes you happy without hurting others. There's no reason to bully other people. There's no reason to tell people who they can or can't be. It's a crazy time to be alive. I love your hair. It looks good. Thanks. It's really long right now. Considerate people will come at you correct. Exactly. Yeah. All right. Well, now that I've done that, let's say a prayer, set our intentions, and get into it. Okay. Ooh, we have a card that just fell off the top. Knight of Cups. Ooh. Nice. Oh, that's another area, before I say the prayer, that's another area that's super discriminatory, is like religion, right? And like Christians, like, and I am not like, I like Christians. One of my best friends is a Christian. I have nothing against Christians, but that community can get very cliquey and weird too. That like, if you don't do and act and say and believe this exact thing, we shun you. That's what I have a problem with. I have a problem with people shunning other people for not being exactly like them, or people blaming everything on the people who are not exactly like them. Just because you have a difference of a belief or opinion, if you're not hurting anybody with that belief or opinion, it's not a problem. And we're not supposed to be single-minded. Okay, as someone who's spiritual too, there are such thing as hive mind realities. So there are species, I believe in aliens. There are species that are hive mind. They have one thought process, they have one way of doing things, they have one way of thinking. That's not natural to humans. Humans will never be a hive mind, and that's really the reality we're living in right now, is they're trying to force the singularity, right? It all kind of goes back to transhumanism as well, which I talk about all the time. They're trying to force the singularity, they're trying to splice us with technology, and they're trying to create some sort of hive mind between all of us, to give us all the same personality, the same thoughts, the same feelings. They're trying to strip us of all of the things that make us individuals. So, yeah. I don't practice any specific religion. I'm just spiritual. I'm just really psychic, and I connect with a lot of spirits. And so I have always felt like no human or book is going to tell me how I can or cannot connect with God. So I just trust my heart, and I lead with my heart, and I listen to God, like as I perceive God. Amen. Agreed, sister. Thank you. The time I spent in Iraq, the religion of peace. Hey, I'm from Ethiopia. Cool. Thanks for joining in. Go to the Middle East and tell me Islam isn't cliquey. Yo, I cannot speak to it because I've never been to the Middle East, but I'll take your word for it, Luke. And it's supposed to be a religion of peace. That's a shame. Well, that's kind of, and that's why I always say I don't really like blame the people who are thinking that we're living in the rapture in the end times, because like It feels like opposite day all the time, right? Like, because in the Bible it says, what is good will be bad and what is bad will be good. And it's like you're saying, like, they claim to be a religion of peace, but it's, in my experience, I didn't have that. So it's like, it really does feel like it's opposite day all the time. That's where my hurt started. Shake my head at home. I grew up Christian. I'm sorry. We are all very like-minded, LOL. You sold me with the spirituality and aliens. Good! I'm glad you found my channel. Subscribe, please, if you want. And like the video, please, if you like it. I'm beginning... Wait, what? I belong to the flying spaghetti monster religion. It's real, look it up. Actually, I have heard of that. And it's like got like one eye or something. It's too late to derail the singularity, I'm afraid. Yeah, I know that, but at the same time, they're not putting any chips in me. Like, you can have your singularity, and you can have your dystopian reality, and you can bring on the AI, and you can do all this weird, freaky shit, but you're not putting no technology in me. You're not gonna put a chip in me. You're not gonna put nanobots in me. It ain't happening. I'm sad that people will fall into that trap, and people will do it. That's sad. And I think they're going to end up in a prison of their own device. But at the same time, I'm not doing it. I don't care. If you tell me, oh, you can't go shopping, you can't do this, fine, I'll fucking find a way. But you're not going to chip me. And then if I die, I die. But at least my soul goes back to source and it doesn't go into whatever weird virtual reality you're trying to put my soul in. Hey, Celeste. I went to church on Easter and was blowing roses and bringing in cosmic energy into the ground while I was there. Love that. Beautiful. My children's generation will have an interesting time. Yeah. Does your air taste like metal every time you breathe? I taste metal when it rains. So they chemtrail the crap out of, like, I could actually show you out my window right now. Let me see, how do I turn this? I think like this. You can't even see the sky. Like, the sky is just gray. Let me see. Let me clean this. That's my sky. I live in the Truman Show every day. My sky is just layers and layers of chemtrail clouds. And when it rains, you can smell the chemicals. When it snows, you can smell the chemicals. Oh, also, by the way, in New England, they did this last year. They chemtrailed the crap out, like, okay, it's crazy, because you can see the planes they fly, and the normal planes have no chemtrails, and then the chemtrail planes, like, fly in X's, and over, like, in the sky, and then they did this exact same thing last year. My landlords are farmers. Like, I grew up working on their farm, which is part of the reason why I have legal immigrant friends, because that's just the truth. They came over and they ended up working for my landlords. And so last year, what they did in New England was they created, like, with the creation of weather, they created a nor'easter. And right when all of the crops were budding, they made it snow and ice. And then everyone in Connecticut lost their crops. I've known my landlord since I was a small child, because my aunt worked for them first. And so they've known me since I was a baby. I started working for them when I was 14. In all the years I have known them and worked for them, they've never lost everything. It's a little too convenient for me that they lost everything last year. They had to bring in crops from New Jersey, outside of our state, and they had to close. A lot of this is to, like, close small businesses, to take down the farmers, to take down people who are self-sufficient, right? They had to close one of their farm stands because they were in such debt from losing every single crop. I have never seen, I'm 31. I've known them almost my whole life. I have never seen that. Do you know what they just did the other day? They had the most crazy winds that my lawn ornaments were, like, flying and breaking, and then we woke up to snow. It doesn't snow, and, like, that's not normal. So they literally did the exact same thing this year. They made it warm, and it was warm, and stuff started blooming, and then they hit us with a nor'eastern. And it's like just so pathetic and obvious at this point. Like, those clouds I just showed you, that's not natural. The snow that came with the winds that came, that's not natural. So, yeah, I'm just annoyed with it. And also, guys, I do want to say about these, like, earthquakes, we also just had an earthquake on the East Coast. How do we know that that was real? How do we not know that they didn't just, like, explode something under the ground? Because then I was watching news reporters, and it's funny because the news reporters are like, keep your comments respectful. Like, when you go on their YouTube and you go to comment something, like, I'll respect you when you respect me, the media. But anyway, they were like, oh, you know, these little shockwaves, they could come for 1, 2, 3 days, maybe even weeks after. And you need to listen to your officials if you need to stay inside. And I'm not telling you not to protect yourself. You should absolutely protect yourself. You should absolutely stay inside if there's like bad weather or earthquakes or whatever the hell. But I am saying, how do we know that they didn't do that? How do we didn't know that they weren't just underground exploding something? And then that's their next tactic to try and, like, keep us in the house. Because they've been dying to keep us in, haven't they? Also, by the way, NASA is shooting rockets up at the eclipse. And, what else? Oh, and CERN is opening up a dark matter portal on the eclipse. Like, those with eyes to see and ears to hear can just, like, see it. Like, it's all so obvious. I'm waiting for everyone else to catch up. That's all. Let me just put this in. I planned to read and I just ended up blah, blah, blah-ing. Oh my God, a blue heron just flew over me and it felt like a sign. That's beautiful. Your hair is pretty. Thank you so much. Hi, you're so beautiful. Wow, thank you, Slay Queen. You slay as well. Like a thief in the night. Can I get a shout out? It's my birthday. Happy birthday, Jaden! Organized religion divides and separates. Exactly. Every day is opposite day now. For real. I just pulled the Temperance card in the Wild Unknown Tarot deck, and that card has a crane heron on it too, so it felt like a synchronicity. That is a huge synchronicity. I just got my friends a little crane, like, decoration for their new home, so that's awesome. Me and my friend Emily call like every animal that we see out in the wild a Daniel. It's just like we saw a crane one time and we named it Daniel, so then any animal we ever saw again, we're like, his name is Dan or Danny or Daniel, so he's a Daniel. I was raised Christian but learned ancient Greek in college. Reading the New Testament in English just completely destroys most of the ideas. Yes, I've heard that from scholars who have actually translated the original Bible. It's like way different from modern Christianity. I've absolutely heard that. Most modern Christians are way off. Yeah, I definitely have heard that. Interesting point, Luke. That's us. We're old. None of us will merge. My kids' generation will have to fight against it. Yeah. I'm not even going to let that option be available whenever I have children. Like, I'm going to be the best mommy in the world. I cannot wait to meet the right person to have beautiful children with, and it's going to be like, sorry, but you're not allowed to join the singularity. I'm your parent. Hello. My DNA activated. Hey, Lizzie. My DNA activated when I picked up the Zohar in a bookshop last night. I don't know what that is, but it sounds good. Exactly, Lou. Christianity in books and in theory is so different than the majority of people practicing it, unfortunately. Exactly. I think people are waking up to what's really happening slowly. Me too! It's just taking a while, right? It's a little bit taking a while. Hi, Alfie. Thank you for calling me beautiful. I swear I got chemtrailed when I did my egg cleanse a couple weeks ago. Probably, like, they're over me. I'm at my house, they're chemtrailing over me. I'm somewhere else, they're chemtrailing over me. Like, that, I don't think that's crazy, Rebecca. Like, I feel the same way. Hello, TV Silly Billy. Acid rain, literally. What are my thoughts on the solar eclipse? I'll actually post on the community page. I found a Native American man speaking about the Native American beliefs of the eclipse and what you can do during it to like pay your respect. So I'll post that on the community page. So look out for that because they never notify people of my community page posts. But anyway, I think that they're gonna use it to try and create a dystopian collective timeline. But I think that we as individuals are more powerful, and because there is no collective timeline, I believe it's a great opportunity to hop into the timeline and manifestations that you'd like to create. I'm in Tulsa. We got the Trail of Tears. I actually don't know what that is. I'll have to look it up. Hi, I don't speak Spanish. Sorry, but I do want to acknowledge you. Hello. Control the food, control the population. Yeah, that's why they're destroying farmers. Well, did you see in Europe, those farmers were literally spraying cow shit on the government buildings? I want it to get like that here. Not that they're just like spraying cow shit, but like peaceful protest that's like, I mean, if we gotta spray cow shit, we gotta spray cow shit. But it's like our government is acting way too totalitarian for us to be the land of the free. And we need to take our power back. I'm not inciting. I don't want it to be in a violent way. I don't want it to be in an uncomfortable, like unruly way that's bad for everyone. I want it to be in a way that's like safe and effective, like what they did. Like, you're not hurting anybody by spraying cow shit all over the government buildings. You're creating a hell of a mess and a biohazard, but at the same time, you're not like inciting war or violence. You're just saying like, you do not own me. I am my own ruler, and you do not get to dictate over me like some kind of fucking monarchy. Hey, Lizzie. Oklahoma gang. Nice. Remember reading in books from McGraw-Hill, like academic books, that they spray clouds with stuff to encourage rain? Yeah, it's called cloud seeding. You can look it up. And then they pretend like it's a good thing. It must impact us at some point. I think it was Rebecca was saying that they like cloud seeded over the Middle East and now it's like flooding because they were like, oh, this is a desert. We'll give it rain. Like, stop playing God. That's my biggest message to the 1%. Stop fucking playing God. Things were going okay until you became the professionals and you became the rulers and trust the science. Meanwhile, the guy that's telling you to trust the silence, that was a Freudian slip, trust the silence, stay silent. But the guy who's telling you trust the science is literally performing corrupt. You know, FAUCI was literally performing experiments on beagles where he had them alive and he would put their heads in mesh nets and then put flesh-eating bugs to eat these beagles' heads alive, all under the guise of like an experiment for science. What are you experimenting on? That just sounds like disgusting torture. Why do you need to know what happens to a live beagle, a puppy, a cute puppy, when you put flesh-eating bugs on its face? I hate him. I hate them all. I hate them all. And I cannot wait for us to kick them out of... I can't wait for us to fire them. You're fired. Yesterday's earthquake was crazy. Exactly. That's why I'm like, I'm pretty sure they just exploded something under the ground to start their next tactic of trying to keep people inside. New York, of all places, exactly. Weather can be erratic. Remember, we had an ice age and everything between your 30 years is like 0.000 of the time. Yeah, but they also, like, you can look it up. There's scholarly evidence admitting that they control the weather, so it's kind of like... If you want to believe that, if you want to believe our government has our best interest in mind, you are more than welcome to believe that. That's fine. But I also understand where you're coming from as, like, what weather changes, but still. I know. I'm also living it. I'm here. I watch the chemtrails. I taste the metal when it rains. I taste the metal when it snows. I smell it. I was dreaming there were dinosaurs running around and shaking the ground, and then I woke up a few minutes later and the earthquake happened. That's wild. The fact I'm trying to move there and now they're having an earthquake for the first time, girl. There are a lot of planets in Aries right now, and the eclipse is in Aries, so we're all like ready to fight. Hey, Leah. Oh my god, you guys are gonna die. Those of you who have been keeping up with the lore, you're about to shit your pants because I'm gonna show you something crazy. I'm going to have to be out at sea for the eclipse. Oh, girl. Definitely do your protection. Do your protection stuff. Also, if you want, email me, and because I have that, I haven't put it on my website yet, but I have that aquamarine necklace and moonstone that I've blessed for like safe travels. If you want it, email me, and I'll send it out to you. Like I'll do like 2-day shipping, so you can have it for your trip if you want. If you're in America, I can do 2-day shipping. My future child's name will be Daniel. Aww. Oh, Daniel's your boyfriend's name? The Daniels! The Daniels! Keep the chat respectful. It looks like the moderators are having to go really hard. Hi. Love your readings with the butt slap at the beginning. Thank you. Hey, little Peachy. It's been a while. The disrespect of the farmers. They disrespect the farmers, but forget there is no food without farmers. Exactly. The Zohar's foundational work of Kabbalic literature. Shireen was just telling me to listen to Kabbalic music for protection. That's very interesting. This keeps coming up for me. It is a group of books including commentary on the mystical aspects of the Torah and scriptural interpretations, as well as material on it. On mysticism, mythical cosmology, and mystical psychology. Interesting. Eventually, we will have to take physical action so they know we mean business. I know. It sucks. Wow, I'm like way behind on the chat, and there's just like a lot of, hi. I look cool? Thanks. Thank you for saying I look cool. Your cat is cute. Thank you. Yes, she is. All right, you guys are gonna die. Dun, 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 dun. Here it is, Leah. Your fucking package. I just got it the other day at the post office. It came back to me. Excuse me. I'm really interested to see if the glamour potion stayed, or if it like broke in all of that, because this went back and forth to Jamaica like 7 times for no reason. Should we open it? Should we open it on the live? Love your glasses. Thank you. Right? Right, Leah? Right? Huh. I'm gonna swear. Fuck, bitch, tit. Fuck, bitch, tit. I literally have merch that says, I swear, so beware. If you don't like it, just go away. Go away, little bitch, tit fucker. Alright, it smells really strong. I feel like it exploded. Alright, well, that's the box. That is literally what happened to it. Alright, wow. I think it exploded. That sucks. Oh, it didn't break, so it just leaked. All right, so we still have some of the glamour. I'll add some from mine because I have a bottle. So Leah, when I resend it to you, I'll add some from mine. Wow, I'm like actually really impressed that that didn't break. And then, oh, there should be a sticker in here too, I think. When you get stuff with me, guys, I package it really pretty. Oh, the stickers! The stickers are still good. Wow. Mostly it's still good. I'm like shocked, honestly. Hold on, I have a hair in my eye. I'm actually pretty shocked. So the sticker is good. This is me. If you want a sticker of me, they're on my website. Here's another sticker of me. That one's not for sale, but I send it to clients sometimes. And oh, I feel so lucky. Yeah. It looks like the package got run over. For real. Because it went to Jamaica like 4 times. It was supposed to go to Australia, and it stopped in Jamaica like a really unnecessary number of times. And then, wow, I'm impressed. The candle's still good. Oh, it's gooey. It's gooey. It's definitely gooey. So what I'll probably do is, Leah, I'll probably make you a new candle. I'll see if I can find another pink candle and try to make you a new one. And I'll burn this one myself because it's a world traveler. We will kick your ass out, be respectful. Yeah. We don't play over here. It'll be well traveled by the time it gets back. I thought it was so funny that it kept going to Jamaica because it's like me frolicking on a beach and I just imagine the candle like, yay, like having fun in Jamaica. I love the pink one. I have a purple St. Dutch candle. Thank you. Should I put more in the shop? Do you guys want that? Hi. Hey. All right, let's say a prayer. Let's set our intentions and let's do what we signed on to do. Wow, it's 12:20 right now, and I signed on at, when did I sign on? At like 11:30. I was like, I'm not going to be on long, and then I was like yelling about all the stuff I don't like. Hey, Nikki, my trip leaves at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Oh, okay, yeah, I definitely can't do it for you by then. Sorry about that. Yeah, send me an email with your address, but also it cost me $40 to ship this, so I was actually going to ask if we could, and I have to email you back about your dream that you had about me and stuff. I have to email you back about that because that was crazy, but also I was hoping that we could wait until you when you buy something else, because then I won't have to like spend another $40 to have it shipped again, because it's just expensive, because it's heavy, and I have to make a new candle. So yeah, but we'll talk about it. We can talk about it through email. Pluto is transiting my Mars, and the eclipse is conjunct my Sun. I am not to be trifled with right now. Yes, the candle running across the beach with a picture of you on the beach, right? Like a little, like it grows legs and arms, and it's like, woo, it's like having its best life. Ha ha ha, I want to go to Jamaica. I was in Barbados for med school for a bit, so I know it's going to be beautiful. That's awesome. Thank you, no worries. Okay, yeah, sure, no probs. Cool, thank you. Cool glasses, thanks. Looking gorgeous, thank you. All right, let's say a prayer, let's set our intentions, and then we'll do our reading. Benevolent guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, star family, higher self, Yeshua, Baal, Ra, and God Source. I humbly come to you today on behalf of myself and all those watching the live, and just say thank you for everything that you bless us with. We are grateful for all the ups, the downs, the challenges, and the blessings, because we understand that all of this makes a well-rounded individual in this very polarized reality, and for that we say thank you. And I ask please that I be a messenger for the divine, nothing more, nothing less. I ask please that no truth be told for a lie and no lie be told for a truth. I ask that all the information that come through please be kind, palatable, and easy to understand. Please grant me access to the Akashic records so I may give a good and accurate reading. And please let all the information come from the source from which all things come. Let it flow through Christ consciousness. And please let it aid all those watching this video in walking in their path and in their purpose in this life. And let it give those watching and myself exactly what we need in this moment to move forward with grace and dignity and joy in this very crazy and tumultuous time. I pray all of this with the purest of hearts and the best of intentions only ever for the highest and greatest good of me as the reader, and the highest and greatest good of all those watching as the receivers, the highest and greatest good of humanity, and the highest and greatest good of this universe. Amon Ra, Ashe Namaste, by the power of three, Somatic be, always works, always a blessing. Your hair looks nice. Thank you so much. I've been really feeling down today, but a few minutes into your live lifts me up. Oh, good. I hope you feel better, and I'm glad to help. Keep it real or you get the boot. Be respectful. This is a safe space. Yeah, Lizzie's not playing. Yeah, love the prayer. Okay, so we're gonna have 3 groups, and if you wouldn't mind, I mean, we do our best to create a safe space here. I understand that, you know, it's okay, Lizzie. You don't have to like delete all of those ones. Like, it's okay. I can take it. I can take those. But I'm sorry that people feel that way, and I understand why you would feel that way, that there's like not safe spaces, but we just do our best here to be kind and respectful to each other. And yeah, this cup is from Five Below. Can you say Cancer? No, Lizzie, please leave it. I want to see those questions. Like, we don't, unless they're being insulting, or sorry, Maria got that one. I will give my opinion on Trump. I will give my opinion on Trump right now because I've been attacked for my opinion on Trump. I think, well, let me give my opinion on Joe Biden first. I think Joe Biden got us into 2 wars. I think that, the way he sniffs young girls on camera and touches their chest on camera and touches them in sexually inappropriate ways on camera shows that he must have absolutely no regard when he goes behind closed doors. It makes me wonder what he does behind closed doors. And in fact, I don't wonder, I know what he does behind closed doors. I've seen what's on the laptop. The laptop is real. I've seen videos from what's on that laptop, and I wouldn't wish it on anyone because you cannot unsee and unhear the atrocities on his son's laptop. I know there was cocaine in the White House. That didn't happen with Trump. I support Trump, and I don't care. I'm not afraid to say it. I don't agree with everything he says because, of course, you cannot agree with everything every politician says, but I've been blatantly attacked. People have said I support rape, I support all this other stuff because I support Trump, and that's just not true. My biggest focus in life is protecting all of humanity from predators. One of my biggest passions is fighting against human trafficking. If you know me, you know that. And I have seen Trump do work against human trafficking. I actually really support his campaign. I think it's a little extreme in some ways, but I really support his campaign that, like, human traffickers get the death sentence. I support that he wants to send back the illegal immigrants. I think that he got our country in a good position financially in the past. And I spent 3 hours a day with him every day during the initial lockdowns because I was listening to the way that, like, I would listen to his speeches. So when everything first locked down, I was really scared and confused. So I was listening to the president speak. I would listen to him speak anywhere from an hour and a half to 3 hours every single day. And, so then I actually saw the way that the media twisted his words and said things that were just not true at all, because I would sit there and listen for, like I said, an hour and a half to 3 hours to his actual words. I know that not everybody's going to like that and not everybody's going to support that, but I have a ton of Trump merch. I've been afraid to like say that I support him, but I'm not afraid anymore. I support him banning gender-affirming care for minors. I don't think minors should be allowed to do anything with their body that is permanently disfiguring, or I don't think they should be able to make permanent decisions. You don't get to rent a hotel, or like some hotels won't even let you rent a room until you're 25. You can't even rent a car until you're 25. You cannot be drafted to war till you're 18, which is still kind of young, but like you're not allowed to be drafted to war. You're not allowed to get tattoos. You're not allowed to get piercings. You are not allowed to drink alcohol. You are not allowed to smoke cigarettes. Why would you allow people to take non-reversible puberty blockers? That's a big misconception, is that they're reversible. They're not. They actually are the same medication that they use to sterilize rapists in jail. So they use that same medication to sterilize predators so that they can no longer be predatory. So they're giving that to the youth. I don't believe experimental synthetic hormones that are not compatible to your biological makeup are safe to give to children. I think that puberty is a natural part of life. I've seen plenty of people who have tried to transition post-puberty blockers actually have a lot of problems because their body never developed. So I'm very for banning gender-affirming care for children. If you're an adult, I think you're more than allowed to make choices for yourself and your body that that I have no issue with that. I lived with a trans person during his transition while he got top surgery. I have no issue with that. I love Blair White. I support Blair White. I'm not afraid to say that either. I really appreciate her. The person I want to be interviewing with is Buck Angel. I love and support him as well, and I've supported him as soon as I knew he existed in this reality. What else do I support? I support Trump allowing us to keep our guns. I think that they should be regulated, and I think that you should never think you should acquire firearms illegally. I think you should acquire them legally. I don't own a gun. I don't want to own a gun. My family has guns. I got a bat and mace, though, so don't fuck with me, because you try to fuck with me, I will mace you in your eyeballs, and I will hit you with a bat. But anyway, I support the Second Amendment because the government just constantly oversteps and overreaches. I think that the Dems particularly are wolves in sheep clothing, especially like fucking Nancy Pelosi, Kamala, Biden, all of them. I think that they are disgusting, pathetic excuses for human beings. I think they're vile, and I think that they weaponize people's empathy. I think a big tactic of the Dems and of the far left is to weaponize empathy. So, it's my body, my choice when it comes to certain things, which I believe, I'm pro-choice. I believe that people should be able to make their own decisions for their own body, but at the same time, that includes vaccines too. You don't just get my body, my choice when it's convenient for you. And I believe that the left weaponizes empathy. So you're not wearing a mask for yourself. You're doing it to protect the grandma, you grandma killer. And I disagree with that. I think that they try to use morality and righteousness as a crutch for their evil doing. So I support Trump. I like Trump. I like RFK. I would like RFK. I think he's a lot more, he's a lot less polarized. I like how he wants to get us out of a surveillance state. I like how he wants to bring us together instead of divide us. I like how he's running independent, so we're out of the two-party systems. And I've been following RFK because I was vaccine injured many years ago. I was vaccine injured before COVID was even a thing, and he's been doing work against the FDA and Big Pharma for many years. So I've supported RFK for a very long time as an individual, and I really like his plan, his State of the Union. I would highly suggest watching his State of the Union. It was sad but also inspiring because it shows, where we were where we're at now and where he wants us to be. But ultimately, I'd rather die than vote for Biden. I'd rather die than support Nancy Pelosi or Kamala Harris, the devil herself. You know, she laughed during the State of the Union when they talked about how MLK was assassinated. She started cracking up when Biden was talking about MLK's assassination. But that's supposed to be, you know, a representation for people of color, someone who literally laughs about the assassination of MLK. Like, I never wanted to punch someone in the face more than in that moment, and I'm not a violent person. Yeah, I'd rather die than support any of them. And I like Trump. I also like how he's honest. I like how you get what you see with him. I like how he didn't go to Epstein Island. I like how he's not on the list. I like a lot of things about him, and I don't care. I don't care. Hate me if you want. I don't fucking care. Look what the Democrats did to America. Look at this piece of shit reality we're living in. And if you still support them, I don't know what to tell you. If you support the highest gas prices, the highest food prices, 2 wars. I thought y'all were about peace, right? Thought y'all were about peace and bringing people together. 2 wars. Trump got a Nobel Peace Prize before he left office. I bet you didn't see that. That wasn't publicized. He literally got a Nobel Peace Prize because he brought peace over to somewhere in the Middle East. Everything you know about him, if you're following what the media says, is a lie. I don't support the media. I don't support any form of media or news. And I don't support the weird witch hunt that was against him. Like, they were trying to, like, indict him or whatever. I don't remember exactly. I don't know all the terms, but they were trying to, like, have this weird witch hunt on him. But everything that they were trying to get him for, Biden did the same shit. Like how Biden left important documents just, like, out on his car in his garage. How about that random prostitute man that ended up, the random naked man with a hammer that was in Nancy Pelosi's house? Like, does a random naked man with a hammer just get into one of the most, like, security-bound places? No, I think that was a trafficked guy, or I think that was a prostitute. Like, the list goes on and on and on why I support Trump and not the other demons. Coincidence they all support each other? Nope, not at all. Exactly. I also love Trump and Blair White. Fuck yeah. 2 wars! No, literally in caps. 2! Not just 1. 2! 2 wars that are just huge money laundering events while they also commit genocide. Like, literal genocide! If you are voting for him, again, because you think Orange Man bad, because you don't like the way Trump tweets or whatever the hell you don't like about him, I don't know what to tell you. I'm definitely not going to say that blood is on your hands because you're not over there doing that, but I'm also going to say you're not helping. And you're being a hypocrite. If you are supposedly about peace, but then you vote for someone who created 2 wars. In a span of, what, 4 years? Do you know how much more it costs to exist since 2020? $11,000 for the average family. The average American family has to spend $11,000 more than they did in 2020. But Orange Man bad, right? Right. War, food shortages, gas shortages, because he literally turned off the fucking, like, gas pipes. Like, it's all his fault. And then he sits there and talks about the MAGA cult, because it's like, don't look at the man behind the curtain. Don't look at the man behind the curtain. I cannot afford a fucking Trump 2024. Fuck yeah, people are coming in to support this. I cannot afford another administration with the demonic pedophiles that laugh about MLK's assassination. I don't know how to not be on, like, I was so, like, walking on eggshells for the last 4 years about this. I don't know how to do that anymore because it's, like, just so obvious. The evil is so obvious. Thank you, Lizzie, for, I know the chat is probably going crazy right now. Thank you, Lizzie. The name of my cat is Cornica, and she's a very good girl. I got busy, hee hee. I got left off where you show the stickers. I love the stickers. That's such a fun idea, making stickers of thyself. Thank you so much. Yeah, I got them on my website. And you can stick them to whatever you want, because actually they're waterproof. So if you want to stick it to your water bottle, or you want to stick it to, like, you could probably stick it to your car. It would probably fade after time. But, yeah. Love MAGA. Yo, I'm happy this is being well received, because I've been, like, really attacked for this. I've been called, like, so many names, and, like, I don't care anymore. I don't care. I have my beliefs. I have my morals. I know that I'm coming from a good place. I know I have a good heart. I know that, you know, no politician is going to be perfect. No politician is going to have every single quality that you completely, fully support, because they're human. At the end of the day, these people are human. And, I support goodness over evil. That's all. Do you believe in God? Yes, I do. I'm very spiritual. But the other thing too is, like, it's kind of like brings it back full circle to what I was talking about in the beginning, is like how I'm, like, not Native enough, how I'm, like, too white to be Native American, even though I'm literally Native American. But, like, the computer, the people online will tell me, like, I'm not Native enough. It's like the same thing I feel like, because I'm not far right, and I wouldn't necessarily call myself a conservative. I have a lot more conservative beliefs, but I would call myself more of a libertarian. At this point, I'm starting to feel like an anarchist, though. With the way things have been going downhill, I'm starting to feel like fuck it all. But anyway, I am, you know, a tarot reading witch. A lot of the right does not like that. A lot of the right does not support that. I'm an artist. The far right does not necessarily like that. So it's like, I'm hoping that over this next year and in the years to come, we can come together more as accepting of each other as individuals, and as long as, you know, we're not hurting each other, I hope we can hold space for people's beliefs that are different. I just went on an entire rant about how I'd rather die than vote for Biden. Hi, I'm a fan. Thank you. If you want to watch it back, you can watch it back. But I just hope, I have nothing against Candace Owens. I think she's a really smart woman, but I think if she met me, she'd hate me. Like, I think she'd automatically not like me because I'm, like, because I teach pole fitness, and I'm a witch, and I'm a tarot reader, and but it's crazy because I support a lot of the same things she believes, but I'm just hoping that people can expand their mind more and be able to accept people on the basis of their morals, like MLK said, right? I hope we can be judged on the content of our character, and not on the color of our skin, and I fully fucking stand by that. But I also stand by the idea of being judged on our morals and our character, rather than, like, our hobbies or our interests or our differences in those areas. Yo, what's happening on the stream? I don't know. I came on to do a tarot reading, and now I'm yelling about how much I support Trump. I never thought this would happen. Deaf voting for Trump. He's just so funny and a silly, goofy guy. Yeah, yes, I'm a witch. That is literally my, like, that's my career. You might love her. Sometimes opposites attract as long as you respect boundaries. Exactly. Like, I do like her, and I feel I would love to, like, I think she's a smart woman. I like listening to her talk. I feel like she wouldn't like me. But then again, I don't know, because I've never met her. But because, you know, I like to pole dance, I like to do witchcraft, but not in a bad way. I'm not out here doing any bad witchcraft. I'm helping people. I'm a psychic. I was born a psychic. This is who I am. God made me that way. I've had these gifts. I started displaying these gifts when I was 2 years old. This is who I am, and that's it. So it's like, I just hope there can be more space for nuance and gray area where it's appropriate. And I hope we can be more black and white about things that aren't appropriate, like protecting children, protecting women, you know, protecting our rights, protecting America. Like, I think all of these things should be very black and white, whereas in these other aspects, like, oh, you're a bad person because you're a witch, you're a bad person because you pole dance, you're a bad person because you do this. I hope there can be more gray area and nuance in spaces like that. I like your glasses. Thanks. My glasses are getting a lot of support today. No, I did not start the reading yet. Maybe I should just do another live for the reading. I think Candace would like you on the down low. That'd be nice. Do I like Shrek? I mean, I got nothing against Shrek. Hi, say Faye Goat, please. It's my brother's name and he loves your videos. Faye Goat. But I don't, you're a child slayer? I don't like that name. No offense, but I don't like that. I already said it. I'm enjoying this chat. Okay, good. Yeah, I said I'm going to post a video about the solar eclipse on my community page after the live, so if you want to see that, you totally can. The gray area is where we can have these conversations and find understanding. Exactly. And the other thing I want to say too is, like, you don't have to agree with me. I never want anybody to feel like I'm forcing my opinions or my thoughts on them, because I support freedom and I support doing what feels best for you. I'm just expressing how I feel because I was asked. David Icke tells you in detail why we shouldn't vote. Yeah, I should look that up, because I've been feeling that too. I'm like, do I even vote? Because, like, I don't consent to a lot of this shit going on. Waterproof stickers. Yep, I got them. I love the gray. Like, my Scorpio and cat placements live for that space. You're nice. Thanks. I think I'm pretty nice too. All right, guys, I need topics. Please give me topics of what you want to hear from your person. And I'm actually going to go pee, because I've been on this live for like over an hour. So the only thing I know about politics is that I don't fucking know what's going on, and that's because they make it so. That's true. I should look that up, because I don't have a great day, fantastic day, beautiful women, for my birthday. Yeah, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Tiffany. Advice on how, love your hair. Thank you. You are so nice. Thank you, Amanda. Any advice on how to protect my energy, please? Simple ways. You can use olive oil, because, like, if everybody has olive oil in their kitchen, put a little bit in your hands and set the intention that it's like blessed. And if you believe in Jesus, you can say that it's like blessed by Jesus. If you believe in other things, you can say that it's blessed by the other things, or just source or God as you perceive God, because olive oil is holy oil, and it's been holy oil for many different cultures over many different years. So you can do that, and anoint the back of your neck particularly, and you can also do it on your solar plexus. And yeah, that'll be very protective. You can also use black crystals like obsidian or snowflake obsidian or black tourmaline. They're all really effective. Hi, Josh. You can have a shout out. Can you say Amir? Hi, Amir. You're nice. Thanks. Everyone's saying I'm nice. Like those glasses. Thanks. All right, I'm going to go pee. And what they aren't telling you, no, please. I don't want to I don't want any bad news right now. How they currently perceive us and what's going on in their life. Yeah, that sounds good. What they're thinking of us. That one fly. Hey, what is your picture? Somebody else has that picture. You're welcome. Okay, I'm going to... You had surgery on your mouth? I'm sorry, I hope you feel better. I'm gonna go use the bathroom, and then maybe we'll do what their current perceptions of us are, and then what's going on in, their life. Okay, this is kind of random, but have you ever thought about doing a pet reading, like what your pet or passed on pet wants you to know? I love that idea. I love that idea. I love that idea so much. I'll do that someday, eventually. I'm literally holding an amethyst crystal on my third eye right now. The toxicity today is wild. I'm sorry, Lizzie. You're like slaying all of the comments. Thank you for doing that. Thank you. I'm sorry if it feels really chaotic. Okay, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Yes, everybody, if you could say a little prayer for Josh's surgery, that'll be nice. I'll say a little prayer as well. Hey, Corn. Just sleeping? Cornica is like flat right now because she's like so dead asleep. She's like flat. Thanks guys for sending prayers. All right, what did Tiha say? Or Tia? Maybe some new love. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, so new love or what they're... Okay, let's do this. Let's do what they're... Since it's Mercury retrograde, and usually people... Hello, Brittany. And usually people kind of come back in Mercury retrograde, and even if they don't come back physically, a lot of them come back energetically. Like, I've been having random dreams about, like, exes and stuff. So, let's do what someone is thinking of you and what's going on in their life, and then we'll do new love at the end of the group. Okay. So, I've got really cute little things for us to pick from. So this will be group 1. Group 1 is going to be this little, hi from Russia, hi. Group 1 is going to be this little troll. It's a candle, and it lived at my, piercing place, like the place I go to have my piercings changed and stuff. It's lived there for 10 years, and it glows under black lights, and it was on sale. And then I was like, hey, can I buy her? And she was like, yeah, just give me a price, like name your price. So she's mine now, my little troll. So this will be... I don't think it's ugly. I think it's cute. Someone said, why is it so ugly? My sister insulted it as well, but I think it's cute. It's a candle. Is it an internet troll? I guess it could be. I think she's more of like a troll under the bridge. You look alike? Thanks. Thanks a lot. I guess we kind of do with the hair. Okay, so this is group 1. Group 2 will be this sparkly bouncy ball. This will be... The troll is so baby girl, though. Yeah. It matches your glasses. Yeah, everyone loves my glasses today. Hello, Peyton. All right. This is group 2. And then group 3, I made this. I did glass blowing with my mom and my aunt and my little cousin, and I literally made this from nothing. I did this. I put it in the flames. I pushed the air in. I put the little colors on it. I made this. Good job. Thank you. Oh, goodness. I know I'm group 2. It's literally a shiny ball. Gearing myself up for this. Yeah, so this will be group 3. Thank you, guys. All right. I'm going to turn off the chat because it's going to be way too distracting for the reading. So thank you ahead of time, moderators, for all the work you're doing. All right, let's see what's going on with group 1. So Spirit, this is for those of you who chose group 1 with the troll. Okay? Spirit, what's going on with this person? Like, what does group 1's person, what are their, like, thoughts around them right now? Their perceptions, their thoughts, their feelings. Okay. All right, group 1. So I think your person is actually feeling really bad. So if you had a situation where I feel like you walked away here with the 8 of Cups. So what we have is we have the Page of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the 3 of Swords, the World, the 5 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. So group 1, what I think happened here is I think that you expressed to this person that you were done. So I think that they were making you feel very left out. They could have been trying to make you jealous, or they could have been purposefully ignoring you, or, you know, just doing things that made you feel very unwanted. They could have been like you could have been like, hey, like, can we go out on a date? Like, let's have a nice date night. And they're like, I don't have time. Like, just making you feel like unworthy, unwanted, like they don't want you around, feeling very alone and sad. And so you were sitting here feeling pretty sad about the situation, and then you realize that you have the key to open the door to leave and to end the cycle. And I genuinely feel that you, like, tried to make amends with this person. Like, you tried to express yourself in a way that was like saying like, hey, like, I'm feeling uncomfortable, can we please like work through this uncomfortability that I'm feeling? And I think it was not well received. I think that you know, they probably either ignored you or gaslit you or tried to make excuses for their own behavior, and it just left you feeling sad and upset. And then you saw the key to walk through the door and you left. And it's almost like, see how this is all very brown and very down and kind of dark energy and dark colors? It's like you walk through the door and you immediately burst open, and there was like a world of new experiences and new energies that are coming forth out of you. And this to me looks very much like a portal, especially with the sacred geometry all around it and the light. It's like you freed yourself. It's like you were, I just heard you were in a prison of your own device. And I just heard Hotel California when they're like, you can check out anytime you'd like, but you can never leave. And so I feel, hold on, I need some chapstick. So I feel that it was like you were feeling very stuck, you were feeling very trapped, and you were feeling like, you know, you okay, Corn? Bless you. Cornica just sneezed. I think you were feeling like you could have gotten sick because Cornica sneezed. Cornica's not sick, but you could have actually physically made yourself ill from this relationship, from this person, from them stressing you out. And so I think it was almost like you felt like you could never leave. And I also feel like this person thought you would never leave. Like, I think they thought that they had you. I just heard that song, Got You Where I Want You. It's like a 90s song. I don't remember who it's by. But it's like they really thought they had you where they wanted you, that you were never going to leave, that even though, like, you were not technically stuck in this room, you were stuck in this room. And then it was like, you realize that, like, you could leave. You realize you had the key to move forward and move on. And it's like, where'd it go? It's like a world has opened up to you since moving on and moving out of this situation. And I actually feel like you're in a transition period right now. I kind of feel like you're in an in-between right now, where you're like moving through this portal energy and you're coming through this transition. You're probably getting ready for new love or like a new career situation, or maybe you made some new friends or you started a new hobby. I feel like the new is really what's coming in for you right now. And I see here that it's like they actually are realizing what an asshole that they were and how much they hurt you, because look at how hurt this woman is. Like 10 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. Like, I think maybe when you guys, my nose is itching though, so this person might actually try to come back, because whenever my nose itches, it usually means this person could be on their way back to you. But I feel like it's like they're really thinking about how much they hurt you. Like, I genuinely think when they're perceiving you right now, they're perceiving that they literally ripped your heart out, and that they stabbed you in the back, and that they made you feel unwanted and unwelcome. And so I see you walked away from that, and literally you were like, that's enough of that. And look at, she's like walking into the sun, and she's also walking into the blue and yellow. So blue, yellow, and green are all like good colors for you right now. The throat chakra, the solar plexus, the heart chakra, activating those areas. I feel like you activated your throat in order to remove yourself from all of this like dark energy, and you're walking away to something much happier. And it's almost like you're walking into that portal. Like, it's like you opened up the door, like I said, with the key, and then you're walking onto the horizon. Like you lit that on fire. I just heard that song that's like, I always like to play with fire. Your person could be a fire sign, or you could be a fire sign and they were playing with you. But it's like you're walking onto happier horizons. And actually you're starting something new scholastically. So you could be getting like taking a new class, or starting a new hobby, or just like doing something new. So like maybe you never take a walk around the block, and you started taking a 15-minute walk around the block, and it helps your mental health. Like, you're in a space, and my heart just opened up when I said that. You're in a space right now where your heart is opening, where you're having new experiences, and where you are rediscovering yourself while also learning new techniques. And I see that it's like, it's kind of precarious, but you have a lot of support. So it might have felt really stressful to leave this. I can see it felt really stressful to leave, and it felt precarious, but you're supported and you're almost to the other side of it. And then here with the Knight of Cups, they might actually come back in and try to win you over again, but just know that they're coming back as a knight. They're not coming back as a king. They're not coming back as the emperor. Like, this person, I think, is very emotionally immature. They might be very book smart and like scholastically smart and linear minded, but they're very emotionally unintelligent. And Spirit is advising you to have boundaries when this person I do think they're coming back, and my nose itched, but just, you need to have boundaries when they do come back into your life. And it's important that you focus on work right now. The more you focus on, and it doesn't have to be like work, it can be like working on yourself, like doing self-care, having coping skills, going to your job, taking care of your house, spending time with family, spending time with friends, like focusing on working on yourself, and it's going to create more abundance and happiness and peace and freedom in your life. And that's when the communication comes in for a brand new beginning. Now that brand new beginning might be with them or with someone else, or just with you. You might just find a rekindling of love for yourself, a rekindling of happiness and joy with the Eight of Wands, the Fool, and the Sun card. So let's see what's going on in their life. What is going on in Group 1's person's life? Whoa. Okay, so this is kind of a specific message. So I feel like the reason you might have had your heart broken was because you wanted to take this situation somewhere else. Like, okay, so maybe you were dating and you wanted to get engaged and they were like, no, like, I never want to get married. I don't want that. Or like, maybe you were like, hey, like, I really just want more quality time with you. And they were like, I can't afford that. I have too much work to do. And so I almost feel like this person's going to come back with a grand gesture, because I see that they have been through this, like, they've been almost on the outside looking in or keeping you at a distance. So like how I was saying, they're not very emotionally intelligent. So they've been keeping you at a distance here with the Two of Wands. They're about to put their money where their mouth is. I literally just heard that in my head. So if they've been like, so let's say how you were having a situationship and you're like, you know, I'd really like for us not to see other people. And then they're like, well, I don't want to give up my roster. And then you were like, oh, wow, that's really mean and rude. And then you said, okay, fine. Now that you've stabbed me in the back, I'm going to go ahead and walk through this door and leave, because I don't, why would I be with you now that you've stabbed me in the back? Bye-bye. And then they were like, what the fuck? Don't leave. And I just heard jealous. They could have been trying to make you jealous, or they could be very jealous. And so it's like they were kind of keeping you, they're showing me you in like a prison, like a glass prison. And it was like they were keeping you in the prison. You found the key and you left. And they're like, wait a second, I don't want to stay in this prison alone now. So now they're left with nothing but their own, like, you were in a prison of your own design, so are they. And so now they're about to put their money where their mouth is, and they're planning to make some sort of grand gesture. Just be aware. Like I said, Spirit wants you to be defensive of this person, because they are going to come back and make you all these, like, promises, I think, here with the Sun and the Fool. But either way, you can have the Sun card and the Fool card yourself. You can have the Eight of Pentacles, the happiness, the new beginning. You don't need them for it. So, and also Spirit's saying that, like, they are going to come back as the Knight, remember? So remember to be defensive. Like, just have your guard up, you know? Just be safe. Be safe. Once bitten, twice shy, right? And so you can't accept anything less. So Spirit is telling me that, like, I think that they know. So let's say you were dating for like 5 years and you were like, oh, well, can you see yourself getting married to me? And they're like, no. And then you're like, wow. Okay, 10 of Swords in the back, I'm leaving. And then, so now they're going to come back because they realize they have to put their money where their mouth is. So it's almost like they come back and you can't accept anything less than the Three of Wands, because they had you in the glass prison for the Two of Wands for so long that you cannot accept anything less than the Three of Wands. Make them put their money where their mouth is. Like, and I'm not saying like, just hop into a proposal or hop into an engagement or something like that. Okay, let's use this example. Let's say you're long distance and you were asking them to come visit you, and they made it seem like it was like way too much of a chore to come visit you. This person's gonna hop on a plane and come visit you. And you can't accept anything less than that. Don't fall back into your glass prison. But basically, this person's also ending some major cycles in their life. So whatever cycles that they've been going through, karmic cycles or repeating cycles that they've been going through, they're about to end that to be able to build something. And if you want to build something with them, that's up to you. So I see actually in the past, there was a lot of hang-ups. This person felt very stuck. They felt like they couldn't give you what you needed or wanted. If they did tell you that they couldn't give you these things, it wasn't necessarily to hurt your feelings. It was because they genuinely felt that they couldn't provide those things. But they just didn't do it in a very nice way. Like I said, they're not very emotionally intelligent. So where they were feeling stuck, there's been Judgment Day, and I think part of this Judgment Day has come from the you walking away and leaving. And so it's like they're ending a cycle, and they're going to be ready shortly to have the Ten of Pentacles. My stomach just got really sick, so they could be feeling really sick to their stomach over this situation. Do they want to have the Ten of Pentacles with Group 1 Spirit, or are they planning to have the Ten of Pentacles with someone else? They actually think you don't want them anymore. But also they know you don't want anything. Okay, so I feel like they're feeling really sick to their stomach because they're like, they feel like you don't want them. They feel very rejected by you right now, when in reality, but also they're viewing you as this. So they understand that you're kind of rejecting the situation because you've been hurt, because they've hurt you. Let's not beat around the bush. They have hurt you. They're really afraid. They're gonna try. Like, I just heard, like, fuck it. Like, so they're gonna try. They're gonna try to make a move and try to come through, but they're actually very afraid that, like, you're not going to accept it. And they also, just be careful, because they might act like they have more than they do to try and impress you here with the Ten of Pentacles. So because they're coming in as the Knight, they might try to act more in the Ten of Pentacles energy in order to impress you. But ultimately what Spirit is saying is follow your heart, don't accept anything less than your worth, and make sure that there's really strong open communication. And with the Judgment card, don't be afraid to call them out on their bullshit either. Do not be afraid to call them out on their shit. So let's go ahead and see what's in store for new love for Group 1. New love, please, for Group 1. Also, can you tell, my stomach is hurting again. What's that about? I just heard inadequacy. They're feeling inadequate and like you're going to leave them. They're scared. They're scared to make a commitment. They could be scared of commitment, but they've sown the seeds with you and they want them to grow, and they want it to grow into being the King of Pentacles, but they're also really scared to be the King of Pentacles. They're really scared of rejection as well. And it's, you know, when you get like nervous stomach, that's what I think it is. It's like, I think they're nervous that they have hurt you so much that you won't forgive them. They're nervous that you're starting a new beginning elsewhere in happiness with others, and that you're about to like level up without them. And yeah, I think they're just scared to come forward. They're not the best at communicating. But do they want Group 1? Do they want this Ten of Pentacles with Group 1? Yeah, but they're actually really afraid of your So I feel like you're in the carriage, and I feel like they're lurking. So you could feel their spirit, like, lurking. I feel like they're always around. They're gonna try and bring a balance to this. They're gonna hop back into your life suddenly out of nowhere, and Spirit's just, they're really afraid that you're gonna reject them. They're afraid that you're just over it and that you want nothing to do with them. And it's like, I just heard that song, You Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone. It's like now they want to try and provide you whatever it was you were asking for. But they're really afraid of rejection. So just know that. But also know that, like, the more boundaries you set and the more true to yourself that you are, the faster the situation will come into alignment. So what's the new love sitch? What's the sitch? Wow. So that's interesting. Can you elaborate on that, please, Spirit? Wow. I feel like when you least expect it, you're going to meet your person. So you're coming up as this is how the cards came out. It came out King of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and Queen of Swords. I feel like whether it's this person you're asking about or a new person, when you're least expecting it, when you're least focused on love, and when you're focused in a different direction, when you're in a state of balance and they're in a state of balance, you're going to meet your divine counterpart, and neither of you are going to really know what hit you or be expecting it to happen. Here with the Two of Pentacles and the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. And with the Three of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, when you do step into a new love situation and you reconnect with or you connect with your counterpart, so whether it's the person we're talking about or somebody else, you're going to lay the foundation so that you don't get caught in a situation that's not what it seems. So with the Three of Pentacles, you're going to lay a very strong foundation, and with the Four of Wands, it's going to be bliss. I just heard, like, bliss, love, enjoyment, peace. That other person, though, is, like, really jealous. Like, they keep coming through. They're very jealous, and they're really scared that you're gonna, like, move on with someone else. You could, like, they could be scared you're gonna get married to someone else, have kids with someone else. Like, they're very actually scared right now. Just know that, because I keep having this anxious energy, right? It's, like, on the Chariot. So just protect yourself. Protect your energy from that. But when you do meet your person, it's going to be very easy to lay a foundation with them, and you'll both be in this energy of, like, neutrality and logical thinking. So let me get you a piece of advice. Oh, House of Mirrors. Let's read the little... My nose is itching so much. This is going to happen sooner than you think. Your person you're asking about is more uncomfortable than you realize, and your divine counterpart, whether it's this person or another person, is closer than you think. Please like the video if you can, guys. Bring more people in. Okay, House of Mirrors. Your perceptions can be misconceptions. Looking into those bent and twisted mirrors gives you one warped perspective. Are you looking into the mirror of your past? Does it leave you all aghast? Or perhaps you are looking through Spirit's eye, where all seems to have gone awry. Welcome to the House of Mirrors. This is the dance with your perceptions. You are struggling with distorted images. Some perceptions tell you something is real when it's actually just a powerful illusion. Or Spirit is showing you a new loving way of doing something that looks twisted and strange to your ego. A shifting viewpoint is part of this journey. Heaven is always here to help you sort out what is real from what isn't. Finding real clarity doesn't have to be a rarity. It just takes a bit of patience as you navigate the House of Mirrors. So that's your advice. Thank you for liking. All right, that's all I have for you, Group 1. I hope you liked it. Now let's get into... Well, let me see what the chat's saying while I clean up my cards. Show chat. His energy is always there, but doesn't want to do anything about it. I felt that. They're very anxious right now. Just know that. I picked Group 2, but Group 1 resonates as well. I don't want him anymore. Oh, well. Yo, Maria is a savage. It's that Aries energy that you were talking about, all that Aries energy. Flying Eagle, there are 3 groups. Oh yeah, we are on Group 1. Yep. Empress need emperors, not knights. Yeah. I think this person's gonna talk a big game, you know? Okay. Let's do Group 2. Turning off the chat again. Hi, chat. Okay, Group 2. The sparkly ball. Ooh. Alright. Spirit, what are Group 2's person's current, like, thoughts and perceptions and feelings of them? What are Group 2's person's thoughts and perceptions and feelings? Ooh! I just got a shiver. They could give you shivers, or you could give them shivers. There's also that song by Ed Sheeran, Give Me Shivers. I just saw, like, a cartoon, like, okay, you know, in Spirited Away, when she steps on the little, soot spirit thing, and then it, like, sends shivers up her spine, and then she has to, or she steps on the slug, and then, it sends shivers up her spine. It's like, you give them good shivers, but it's actually a little bit scary, because they're like, I wasn't expecting this! I'm getting a fun, like, young, spirited energy. Okay, so wow. All right, so their thoughts and perceptions of you right now, this is like much lighter than the last group. No offense to group 1, but so they actually are looking at you like an actual goddess right now. Okay, so what we have is we have the Two of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the Temperance. This person could be a little bit younger than you, or like I said, they could just be very free-spirited, very young-spirited. But they see you as very focused and very balanced, and they also see you as very active. So excuse me, perhaps you could have activities where you like do active things, like you might be into like, I don't know why I'm seeing tennis, that might be very specific for someone, but I'm seeing tennis, so you might be like really into sports or hiking. I just saw someone skydiving. You could be very adventurous, dancing, like whatever it is. You're a very active person, you're always on the go, and you're very focused, and they see you as this, and they see you actually as very focused on yourself right now. So you might be doing a lot of healing, like self-healing and self-care. And so here with the Two of Pentacles, they're just seeing you as gorgeous and self-focused. And here with the Temperance card, okay, so you have given, my lower back is hurting suddenly. This person could have lower back problems, or you could have lower back problems. They also could be opening up their root chakra or healing their root chakra. Their kundalini could have been awakened by this experience with you, connecting with you, seeing you, spending time with you. Just being in your presence is very activating for their DNA. They actually can see that you're very wounded. So whether or not you have expressed to them that you have wounds from the past, or that you have hurt in the past, whether or not you've been open about that, they actually have that perception of you. So with the Three of Swords, the Justice card, and the Seven of Swords, it's like they know that you have a troubled past, or they have a hard past. So this could also be like someone who's like friends with your friends, and they're like, hey, like, let's just use my name. They're like, hey, what's the deal with Nikki? And your friend is like, oh, well, she's very closed off. Like, she's been through a lot in the past. And then they're like, oh. So they don't necessarily know, but they know. Because I do see this person asking around about you too. So like if you do have mutual friends, or maybe you saw them out somewhere, like maybe you were at the tennis court and you were playing tennis, and then they were like, hey, like, who's that girl? Or like, who's that guy? Like, I really, I can't stop thinking about them, or whatever. I see them asking about you. So if you met somewhere in particular, like I said, like in some like sport, or at a park, or like out dancing, or doing something active, they have definitely been asking about you, or they've been looking for you. So like just going off the example of the tennis courts, that's very specific. That's just an example, guys. You can put in whatever. So maybe you saw them in class, maybe you saw them, they came into the restaurant you work at, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like just make it specific to you, but we're just gonna go off the tennis court things. So maybe they like saw you at the tennis courts, you had a nice conversation or whatever. Or I'm getting the feeling as well that this person might not have, like maybe you had a nice conversation and they didn't ask for your number, or they wanted to ask you out on a date and then they didn't. So it's like they keep coming back to the tennis court hoping that you'll be there sometime. And yeah, they definitely are asking around about you. And if they aren't asking around about you, they're definitely trying to do their research, because you can find like anything on social media these days. So they might have like gotten your name from someone and they're trying to look you up, or trying to find you, or whatever. But they kind of see you as like overcoming a lot of adversity, here with the Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords. And they see that you've kind of like, they also see you as kind of like a badass. So like I am seeing people at a bar. So like if you saw them at a bar and there was like weird guys hitting on you, and you were like, no thanks, no thanks, no thanks, they were kind of like, ooh, like they thought that was hot. They were like, girl, she's coming up in this justice energy that's like, fuck you guys. Like the answer is no. So, and also it's a Valkyrie, and Valkyries decide who lives and who dies on the battlefield. So it's like you're kind of like, no, like I'm done with this Seven of Swords energy, like that's dead to me. I'm done with this Three of Swords energy, that's dead to me. They also could be a starseed, and you activate their starseed energy. but they feel, I'm seeing Xena warrior princess. So like you have that really strong warrior princess energy, but you also have that divine feminine energy and that goddess energy here with the temperance card. They see you as being well established, well balanced. They see you in being in a very positive energy and positive light. They think that you are a good influence on their life if you are in their life, and if you're not too much in their life, they feel like, I just heard what a good woman like you could do with a guy like me, and you can reverse the roles or whatever, but I feel like they kind of like are like, wow, like I feel like they would be a very good influence on my life. They would be someone I would like to take home to my parents. They would be someone I could be proud of to be dating. And they feel like you bring them a lot of peace, and they actually feel like you're like their rock and their peace in a lot of chaos. Here with the Page of Cups, this could also be an indicator that you met them out drinking. They could have a drinking issue, like they could drink too much, or they could just want to take you out for drinks. But here with the Page of Cups, like I said, they could also be younger than you or young in spirit, but you make them feel, I just heard that Michael Jackson song, the way you make me feel, do 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 do. Yeah, so it's like you make them feel like playing a flute in an enchanted forest. Just kidding, but kind of. You make them feel all like fuzzy and warm. And also, like I said, you're activating their DNA here with the alien card. Like, you're activating them in ways that they haven't been activated by other women. They really put you on this pedestal as well. They also see that you're like coming through a major rebirth cycle right now. So with the World, the Empress, and the Sun, a lot of major arcana in this spread. And then we also have the Justice card. So it's like the reason you're like Xena warrior princess and you don't put up with shit is because you've like been there, done that. They see you as going through a rebirth cycle right now and ending certain karmic cycles or mistakes that you've made in the past, or difficulties or strongholds that have held you back in the past, and they see you coming out like a phoenix rising from the ashes in the Empress energy. This person definitely would not, it wouldn't just be like a sexual energy between the two of you. This is something that could blossom into something, into a very beautiful relationship if it hasn't already. They definitely respect you, and they see you as, you know, someone they could really build a beautiful relationship with if you guys don't already have a relationship. I just heard smitten. So they're definitely smitten with you. Yeah, they see you in all of your glory. Like, they see you as this goddess energy that stays tempered during chaos. You might also be like controlled chaos. You could have a lot of chaos energy that you implement in healthy ways, and they really appreciate that, and that could be one of the reasons why they think you would be a good influence on their life. They see you as standing up for what's true and what's righteous and what's good, and they also see you as like someone who's just been through so much and who's had to like rebirth yourself, because as much as everybody wants to be a phoenix, like literally bursting into flame, turning to ashes, and then being reborn from the fucked shit you've been through is painful and difficult. So they just see you as really strong and powerful and like a divine feminine that's not to be fucked with, because this is Kali. Like, this is the Empress in this deck is Kali. So it's like this person definitely respects you. They might even fear you a little bit, and if you do like witchcraft or spirituality, or I just saw a police officer as well. So if you're like a police officer, so you have a certain amount of like authority and skills, it doesn't have to be a police officer, but it's like they respect you, but they also like, it comes from a little bit of a space of fear, not in a bad way, of a like, I don't want to mess with that. So like if you are a witch, they're like, no thanks, I don't want to mess with you, like with pissing you off, or like if you are like you know, yeah, if you have certain skills, they don't want to take advantage of your skills or piss you off. So what's going on in their life right now? I just heard smooth sailing. So that's why this person really is in a position to get in a relationship right now here with the Empress card. And I see 36 people in the chat, 36 likes, and I just saw 12311 as the amount of minutes I've been on here. I've been on here so long, I can't wait to eat lunch after this. I'm gonna make tuna. Maybe that's a synchronicity for you. But yeah, they're definitely, I just heard smooth sailing, and then look, there's the pirate ship on the bottom of the deck, but they're definitely in a position to be in a relationship right now. So like, if you've been attracting people who are not necessarily in a space to be in a relationship, this person actually is. So what's going on in this person's life? If you did a spell to call in options, this is really good. This could actually be, if you watch group 1, this could be the new love that's coming in from group 1, because we're having some repeating cards. But so basically, they felt like, here with the 6 of Pentacles, they felt like they didn't really have a lot of good options. So maybe it's like they also keep attracting people who are not ready for a relationship. So maybe it's like they're stable. I do feel like they're stable, like smooth sailing. Like they've got a good job. They've got a good handle on their mental health. They've got a good handle on their balance in life. Like they're just in a good energy right now. They're in an energy where they're able to join a relationship. And I feel like they, with the 6 of Pentacles here and the 7 of Cups, they haven't had a lot of options in love. They have not. And I also feel too, because Arachne reminds me of Neith from like ancient Egypt, because that she like weaves the webs of life. And so it's like, excuse me, it's like they just haven't met the right one, or they haven't met, I strongly feel they haven't met people that can match their energy, just like you, which is weird. It takes it back to the tennis thing. Please, when this live is over, please put in the comments if you play tennis, because it's like tennis match. But anyway, they haven't met someone who's their match, and I don't think you've met someone who's your match either. I just got a notification, so I feel like that's a yes from Spirit, that you both have been kind of like waiting for destiny to take hold and to find someone who could be your equal counterpart. Now, I feel you did some sort of spell or prayer, or you set an intention to bring in more options to you, because the options you were attracting were of a lower vibration or frequency of what it is that you were offering. Now, with the Queen of Wands and the 7 of Cups, that's why I say you could have done a spell or something. But I feel like this person heard your call. Like they heard the call, the clarion call, right? I think that's a thing. They heard your clarion call. Like I just saw some Vikings with like those horns being like doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Like they're like, I'm coming, I heard the call. That's really funny. And so they see you as like, wow, like kind of unbelievable, because we have Nessie here. So Nessie is like the Loch Ness monster, right? And some people believe in Nessie, some people don't. So it's like they kind of find you hard to believe right now, and they're kind of finding it hard to believe how you guys have come into a connection in the first place. Like I said, you might have run into each other. It could have been very serendipitous. They could have caught you once and have been trying to catch you ever since, or whatever, because they didn't get your number, blah blah blah, whatever, everything I said at the beginning of the reading. But yeah, they're in a place where they're looking for someone who's an equal, someone who can match their energy, and they want to believe. Also, how I was saying, you activate their DNA, like their interdimensional DNA, or like you give them reason to believe in magic. I just heard that song, Do You Believe in Magic? And I know I've gotten that for readings previously, but I just heard it so clearly. And then I saw the Beatles like walking across the... Do they sing that? I don't know who sings that. Sorry, don't come for me if I'm wrong. But I just saw the Beatles walking across the crosswalk. Oh, Spirit's saying like that was iconic, right? Like they walked across the crosswalk and it was iconic. It's something so simple that became such an image associated with their group. And so Spirit's saying like you could have done something really simple that just was so iconic to them. But yeah, they definitely are in a position to be in a relationship right now. They also could have just been left out in the cold as well by someone that they thought loved them, but didn't show up for them how they needed them to show up, because here with the 5 of Pentacles. Or they could be feeling really hopeless. Like they could be feeling like, ugh, like when am I ever gonna find my person? I'm very tired of meeting people who can't hold the same energy and same frequency as me. When is it that I'm going to be happy? Like when is it my turn? There's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard by Lana Del Rey. So, but they're just making it work. Like, even though things have not been that rewarding, they're still finding the good in those situations. And then with the Three of Wands, the Star, and the Ace of Wands, it's like there is a new beginning coming in here, and it's going to be a very positive one. Here with the Ace of Wands, the Star, and the Three of Wands, it's like they are showing up and connecting with you in a way that maybe people haven't connected with you in the past, and you're showing up and showing them things that they haven't necessarily experienced with others in the past either. I see that they are going to show up in a proper energy. They're going to start this new I see a fiery new beginning. I'm really restless right now, guys. Like, oh my god, I just want to like explode right now, burst into flames, kind of. Like, that's kind of how I feel. And I know that this came out. I feel like you ignite something in them. Like, you ignite something in them that they have not felt in a long time. And with the Star, the Tooth Fairy, it's like, it's very healing for their inner child. And I think you're going to see them very soon. And the next time that you see them, I feel like it's on. Like, it's on. They're going to be very honest with you. They're going to tell you how they feel about you. And there's going to be a fiery new beginning here with the Star and the Ace of Wands and the Three of Cups. Like, I don't think you really get better cards than that. So, Spirit, what can you tell us about new love, which I think is a new love with this person? Wow. Your waiting is over. You've been put in a hanged man state for a long time. Spirit's forced you to have strength during this time. And that's all about temperance twice. So you're finding that temperance within yourself, and then that temperance comes within a relationship, and the relationship that comes through is not just going to be love, it's going to be friendship, it's going to be support, it's going to be a partner. And Spirit's saying you don't have to worry about fuckboys or like one night stands or just people that want to use you for sex anymore, because your Emperor, when you meet this person, it's your Emperor. They're showing up as the Emperor. They're showing up as a friend. They're showing up as loving. They're showing up as balanced. They're showing up as being able to support you, and you don't have to worry about this. And like how I was saying in the beginning, they might be younger than you or like young in spirit, but that doesn't take away the fact that they are in a position to be there for you and provide you what it is that you need. So let's get a card for advice. I am like, I feel really weird. Like, I feel like this person might make you feel really weird, or you make them feel really weird. Spinning like a ballerina. Like, they might make you feel dizzy, and you're like, ah! And then you phoenix out from the ashes, and you're like, ah! I'm spinning like a ballerina. Flavorful futures. There's something heavy on this, though. Like, you could have a crazy ex, I feel like, or they could have a crazy ex that's just, like, lurking in the background. So just, like, beware of that, okay? Flavorful futures. That's a tongue twister. Yum, yum. Your future looks delicious. This isn't just about reciting affirmations for the future. This is about you having a big shift in consciousness that creates a better tomorrow. Sure, an attitude of gratitude helps, but you are learning to move energy around for positive results. Just being yourself, allowing your psychic abilities to flourish, and doing self-care sets the stage for a positive future. If you are still in the mood to visualize, perhaps you might build a vision board with pictures of fun stuff and events. Maybe you conduct a ceremony calling in divine surprises by lighting candles and dancing. Spirit obeys and commands. This is looking ahead to see beauty and calm in any storm. Your ego may see the future as a war zone or a barren wasteland, but your higher self sees it as a bucket full of multi-flavored jelly beans that are sweet, delicious, and full of surprises. You're always creating a wonderful future by listening to the divine today. Now take time to stop and imagine the possibilities. Reach into the barrel and grab some. Yum, yum. Let's have some flavorful futures. That's all I have for you, Group 2. Like the video, please. I hope you liked it. Let me look at the chat. Beatles, LOL. He didn't get my number when we saw one another. Oh, Your twin flame is half British. What? That's wild. Hi, Alexandra. Hi, Hayden. Thank you for saying I'm pretty. Tuna! I know, I can't wait to have a tuna sandwich after this. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining. Suchita. He's 28 and I'm 29, like a few months. Xena is such a pretty name, right? Tennis is specific to me. I spent my tips on a coach. Oh shit. Please comment that after when this video uploads because I was seeing so much tennis. Spot on, Dutch. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome. Honestly, a group ones person was trying to come back in and I was like, get out of here with like a broom, you know, like in the old, like the strega nona who like hits the people out of the room with the broom. Get out of here. Also, thank you so much, moderators. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Maria. I'm very, very grateful to you guys for being here and like holding down the chat. So thank you very, very much. I know things got a little heated before when I was sharing all my opinions. So thank you very much. Thank you, Lizzie. You guys are fucking awesome. And I love you so much. I'm very grateful. Thank you for the reading. You're welcome. I'm glad you liked it. I know this is random, babe, but since you're so gifted with giving readings, you should do Who is Your Future Spouse. I think I did. Didn't I do that? Did I do that recently? I thought I did, but if I didn't, then I'll do it. I think I'm gonna get a Spirit Baby deck, because the Spirit Babies have been coming through really strong, and I thought people would enjoy that. Yeah, definitely. People are wilding out in these streets. I love you more. Thanks, Lizzie. I love when you put that little emoji. He's funny because he's like, but yeah, I was sweeping the other group one. I was like, get out of here. Sweeping him away. Or her, whoever. Sweeping whoever away. Okay. Group 3. We're almost done. I've been on a really long time. Okay. I'm going to try to be done in the next 20 minutes. Okay. Group 3. Hide the chat. Hi. Thank you, Lizzie. I thought I did one. I thought I did a future spouse one. Okay, hide the chat. Group 3. What? I just heard that music that's like dun 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 dun. What is that? That's like sports music, right? Or is that like, I don't know, maybe your person watches sports, or this person could be coming out of the literal woodwork. Like, you could have forgot they existed, and then they just, like, show up back in your life one day, and you're like, huh? Spirit just said, too, that they could have done this in the past as well. So you could have, like, I feel like they're the kind of person that, like, surprises you. So it's like, you could be at work, and they just show up, and they're like, hey, you haven't talked to them for a month, and you're like, gah, like, what are you doing here? I feel like this is a really old energy, though. Like, you guys go way back. So either you go way back or you have not talked in a long time. And the cards just fell out to show the Justice card. I think this person's actually feeling really guilty. And they've done some growing up since the last time that you spoke to them. And they would like to apologize for the way that they treated you. They could have learned a lot since the last time you connected. So which deck do I want to use? Yeah, I think I want to use this one. Spirit. What are this person's thoughts and perceptions of group 3 right now, and feelings? Okay, so this could have, yeah, alright, so I feel like you guys maybe used to see each other. So we have the Ten of Swords, the World, the Seven of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Death card, the Two of Wands, the Page of Wands, Justice, and the High Priestess. So I feel like in the past, this person used to only use you for sex, or maybe it was like you wanted a relationship and they didn't take you seriously. They only wanted a friends with benefits situation, or maybe they were just in a position. I just heard immature. So they could have just been in a position in their life where they were not able to show up in a way that was like actually loving and mature, essentially. And we do have that here with the Page of Wands, but I see that they used to just really use you for sex, and they could use you for other stuff too. Like, they could have used you for like your money, or you know, it could have even been as simple as like they just liked showing you off. Like, they liked having you on their arm. It made them look good to like have someone like you with them. So it's like they're recognizing that in the past they did not treat you well. They didn't treat you like a person. This also could be someone who like had kids. I'm almost getting the idea that you could have been like seeing them when you guys, let's just use the example, you guys were dating when you were in your early 20s, or you know, you were having your friends with benefits situation in your early 20s. You guys separate, they end up growing up a little bit, maybe they have kids with someone else, and they could have even had a daughter, and that could have totally changed their perception on how they've been treating you or had treated you in the past. So in having this daughter, it could have shown them like, damn, I was really mean to that, to group 3. Like, I was not nice to them. I did not treat them like a human being. I used them. I was not a good person towards them. This person could have also had some form of addiction or something as well. And we all know, like, when someone's active in an addiction, then it's like they're acting out usually selfishly and in a way that doesn't care about other people's feelings. So this person could have been, or they could have gone through a major trauma, because also, even if you don't have an addiction, if you go through like a major trauma that like breaks your brain, you can like completely become a different person, right? So it's like they feel deeply regretful about the way. I'm also feeling like really quiet, so this person could be quiet, or they've quieted down and like settled down a lot. I just feel like this person doesn't have much to say and doesn't talk much. You could have had some sort of like telepathic connection with them as well. And that, but here with the Ten of Swords and the Justice card, they recognize, I just got chills, they recognize that they really hurt you, or that they treated you really poorly, or that they just were not very kind. And they're definitely wanting to have some sort of at least conversation to express that they understand that what they did was wrong, that you deserved better, that you deserve much better than anything that they did or said to you. And they're also realizing too, like, now that they have taken some more time to grow and learn and get older, they realize how good they had it. So like I was saying, maybe you dated in your early 20s and now they're like in their early 30s and they're like, damn, I did not realize like what a down woman I had for me. Like, she was so ride or die, or like she was so kind, she was so generous, like whatever it is, they're realizing now that they were just too young to recognize that truth back then, or they were too blinded, like I said, by either addiction or trauma, or all of it. It could be all of it. This is a very like neutral, it's like neutral to somber. It's very like even keel, like they know what they did is wrong, they'd like to apologize for it, and they want to make it right. And I think they would like to, I don't know if they necessarily want to date you or try to rekindle something with you, more as they just want you to know that like they feel very guilty and feel very bad. They could even, if they did have an addiction, they could have joined like a step program, and one of the steps like in AA is like saying apologies for what you did when you were like active in your addiction. So they could be getting ready to reach out to give you an apology, and if they're not, then it's like they recognize it and they wish they could apologize to you. There's a part of them that really wants to make it right. Like, they want to bless you in a way that you blessed them. So like if you were always doing nice things for them, if you were always paying for their meals, if you were always driving or whatever, it's like they would like to pay for your meal. They'd like to drive you to the restaurant, like whatever it was that you were providing for them, they'd like to provide that in return for you. They feel like they're ending a certain cycle in their life right now, and they actually feel really bad that they ever treated you like an option. Also, getting older, like how I said, like maybe you dated in your 20s, and now that they're in their 30s, they realize how rare a relationship like you would be to find. Like now that they're getting older, they're realizing like, damn, like I really had something good, but I couldn't recognize how good it was because I was like too young and naive to truly understand how much this girl was good for me or kind to me or generous or whatever. Like now that they're older, they realize that like that kind of a personality doesn't just come along all the time. And so it's like they're realizing that they should not have treated you like an option, and they are actively ending some sort of cycle in their life. So it could be some sort of astrological cycle, or it could be just some cycle like how I said, maybe they have kids and maybe they're in a custody battle or something, and they're realizing, you know, like, damn, like I treated I treated group 3 like a situationship, and then I ended up conceiving with this person that is just not right for me. And so they're just realizing like it should have been you, or I should have treated you better, or the world has just chewed this person up and spit them out and made them realize that they should have never treated you the way they did. Basically, they're saying, I got really bad karma for the way I treated you, and I wish I could change it, and I wish I could take it back. I wish I could apologize. Whatever the last time that you talked was, they think about it often. I feel like the last time that you talked, you were like, no, like hard boundaries, like done, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm over this, like no. And they think about that often, how they like ruin their chance with you. But they feel really bad for treating you like an option. They should have never done that. And as they end this cycle, they reflect on that a lot. They recognize their immaturity, like they said, and the way that they kind of like used you for a lot of different things, or a couple different things, whatever it is. And I feel like you're in no contact here with the High Priestess. Like I feel like they don't really know what's going on with you, and they wish they did. And I think they realize now that it's a privilege to be in your life and to be in your energy. But I just heard JoJo, like, it's just a little too late. Like, they're realizing all of this a little bit too late. Then I just heard, get out, leave right now. It's the end of you and me. So the last time you talked, you could have been like, never, never again. Also, you could have been mean. So they might have been mean to you, and then you finally snapped. You were like mean back, and it was like hard for them to process that because you're so nice and generous and loving. They could have even, I'm literally seeing a text that says like, you don't have to be mean. And you being like, yes, I do. Because it's almost like it's karma, right? And they just want you to know, especially with the Justice card, like they have gotten their karma. With the Death card and the Nine of Cups, I just saw them like taking you out to do something fun, like going to an arcade or going somewhere that's like fun, but like simple too. Like when you're going to an arcade, you don't have to say much, right? Because like I said, this person doesn't necessarily say much. So like when you're going to an arcade, you're like having fun, you're in the moment and you're entertained, but it's not too heavy because it's like a fun space, but you also don't have to like talk too much. You can just enjoy each other's presence in the moment. And so I feel like if it was up to them, they would take you out to dinner, they'd take you out to an arcade or to like a casino or something, depending on whether or not they have addictions or not. But they wish they could take you out to do something. Maybe go to the beach. I just heard, I wish I went to the beach with you. So maybe you were asking them like, please take me to the beach, please take me to the beach, and they just never did. And it's like, that's one of their regrets, is not taking you to the beach. And if it's not the beach, it's like something else. Like that's going to be specific for a few people, but if not, you could have been asking them, please take me to do this fun thing. And it's like they wish that they could take you to do that fun thing. With the Death card here, I feel like you could actually have the possibility of rekindling with them. But they're going through a major transformation cycle here. Especially with the World card too. Didn't the World card come out? Yeah, so like with the World card and Death, they're ending some sort of major, I feel like it's an astrological cycle in their life. So they're ending some sort of major astrological cycle in their life, or some sort of major cycle in their life. Like I said, even if you were like dating when you, or like together when you were like in your early 20s, maybe they went off, found someone else, got married, had kids, especially here with the justice card, they could have actually gotten married, realized they married someone that they're not compatible with to spend their life with, and then now they're ending this cycle, they're getting a divorce, and they're closing this chapter in their life, and they're looking back on happier times with you. They think you're a huge blessing, and they feel like they squandered their chance with you. Like, they kind of feel like there's no way in hell you would ever give them another chance, but at the same time, they do really want that to give you that apology. They do really want to give you that understanding that, like, they shouldn't have treated you like that. They want you to know that they understand now that they were wrong, that they've done some growing up, they've seen the world, and they've recognized that you're special. They might have acted like you weren't special, and they want you to know, like, you are special, you're a blessing, and they're very grateful that you exist, basically. And if it was up to them, they'd like to work together with you here. Like, they'd like to work together with you, but they don't even know where to start. Like, you might have changed your phone number or moved away, and it's like they don't even know where to start to even try to get a hold of you. So I guess we kind of know what's going on in their life, because that was answered in the first one. So let's just get any other messages, because like the first part was supposed to be how do they perceive you, and the second part was supposed to be what's going on in their life, but that kind of mixed into the both. So let's just get any other messages, please, from group 3's person. I just heard I love you. Maybe they never admitted that they loved you, or maybe they acted like they didn't, but they really did. I'm also seeing too, like, a dad. So like, this person could have told their dad about you, or they could have a very toxic father. It could be like an abusive father. Their father could have addiction, their mother, whoever. But I am seeing a dad, and I'm seeing like an old house. So to me, that's almost saying like old ways. Like this person, group 3, was kind of raised in like old ways of their family that weren't necessarily healthy. So then it took these last several years of your separation for them to grow up and realize some of the ways that they were raised are not actually integral or good for other people. So there's definitely this, you have a very telepathic connection with this person, so you can connect with them telepathically. They're gonna try to come back. I have a feeling they're going to try to come back. And if they don't come back in the physical, here with the star card, they might come back in your dreams, or they might test the waters in your dreams. So you might have a couple dreams of them, and then you see them out somewhere. So if you do have a couple dreams of them, that's their soul testing the waters, or that's their soul's way of apologizing. So, because either way, they want to have, I just got covered in chills. Either way, they want to tell you they know they were wrong. They want to apologize to you for the way that they treated you in the past. So whether it happens in the physical or it happens in the dream space, you will have some sort of closure around this. I do feel like it's going to come into the physical, though, with the 3 of Wands. All 3 groups got the 3 of Wands, so no matter who your person is, something's coming in the physical. Whether it's a text message, a phone call, accidentally running into each other at the grocery store, you know, whatever it is, something's coming into the physical to give you either closure or a new beginning with your people in every single group. So that's positive anyway. But I think you could run into this person. I think you could run into this person when you least expect it. I think, yeah, and when you meet them, they're going to be meet them again. So you could even set up to a meetup. Like they could get a hold of you, find a way to get a hold of you some way, and then you meet up somewhere on neutral ground. You know what I mean? But they want you to know that they're ready. They're in this Emperor energy. They think about you a lot, and they see you like, I just heard, I've thought about you almost every day, and I actually hate to admit that. So it could be very hard for them to admit this because they know how much they fucked up. And sometimes, you know, men can be like that, where because society teaches them to, instead of feeling their feelings, to push them aside. So they could have been trying to push their feelings aside for a very long time. And, they can't deny it anymore. They don't want, and that could go back to how I was seeing a father, like a toxic father figure. Like they could be like, no, Dad, like I'm not like you. I'm not like that, you know, like I want to be my own person. I want to feel my feelings, you know, all that stuff. But Yeah, I think that they're going to try to woo you. I think they're going to come back in the physical in some way, try to woo you, apologize, show you a really good time. I just heard, I can show you the world. And when they do come back, they'll be in this emperor energy. I'm talking like this could even be like 10 years ago. Like this could be a very long separation. If not 10 years, 5 years, or 2 years. Like this is not like we broke up last month. This is like I've had to sit alone with my thoughts for a decent amount of time. And I've come up with this understanding in that time that I was processing my feelings. So, yeah, I am so hungry. I just heard hungry like the wolf. I feel like they're gonna find you when you least expect it. Not in a creepy way, in like I said, like you come around the corner at the grocery store and you're like, what the hell? You know? So, Spirit, what can you tell us about new love, please? Spirit just wants you to go out and have fun and enjoy your life right now. Oh. Whoa. All right. So the first cards we got were the Three of Cups and the King of Pentacles. And then we got the Four of Cups. And then we got the Two of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like Spirit is saying don't accept less than your worth right now. Don't accept anything less than what it is that you exactly want. Don't accept this Two of Wands energy where shit doesn't get off the ground. You have the potential and possibility to take things to the Three of Wands. So don't accept anything less than you are worth, especially if you do end up rekindling this situation with someone who didn't necessarily respect you in the past. Spirit wants you to go out and have fun because that is what is going to bring you into connection with your divine counterpart. I can't believe those just flew out like that, literally. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. Like, the more you have fun, the more you enjoy yourself, the more you take care of yourself, the stronger boundaries that you have, the more you recognize your value and your worth, the happier you're going to be just in general. But that's when you're actually calling in your divine counterpart, your perfect match, someone who's in perfect alignment and stability with you, your morals, your choices, your life goals, and you're about to be very happy. You're about to build something really, really beautiful with the love of your life. So if you've been feeling frustrated, it's okay, feel those feelings, but just know that like Spirit has your back and there's really, really beautiful blessings that are on the way. Let me just get some advice. Whoa! Did you see that? That went flying. 3 wishes. Okay, so they're asking you to do a manifestation. You should probably do this during the eclipse. I think that would be good. Also, I just saw the person who wrote this is Lorraine, and it reminded me of Adventure Time when BMO is talking to a chicken and he's like, hello, Lorraine. So maybe Adventure Time is like is a synchronicity for you. Wow. That's crazy. I've been feeling like this reading might actually be for me, but like that last Lorraine thing, like that's crazy. I know I'm the one giving the fucking message, but still it clicked. Like they showed me exactly what they're trying to tell me with that Adventure Time thing. I used to have an Adventure Time sticker on my car, a big one, and if this is the person I think it is, he would like always make fun of that Adventure Time sticker. So that's actually kind of fucking crazy. Sorry, I'm just looking for it in the book. QRSTUVW. Is it under W? Sorry. Aye! Where is 3 wishes? I'm sorry. Okay, I found it. Sorry about that. Okay. Fairy magic is coming to you. The chaos energy creates explosive results in your life. That's probably why I said to do it on the eclipse. Oh wait, I already read that. Fairy, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? With ego blasts, tricks that last, and giggles all in a row. Fairies say they have a bad rep. Sure, they play tricks, but their magic is designed to align your ego with your soul. It is the job of the winged ones to keep you in your full integrity. That may involve hiding your keys, so yes, they may overdo it. Their antics also include hiding projects, important books, or something your ego really thinks it needs to look good. They're in it for the sole purpose of making your higher self happy. 3 is the unwavering number of the Fae. If you've had the same message come in 3 different forms, 'tis the sign of the fairies. Listen up. They are trying to stop you from doing something stupid. They are also asking you to laugh a bit about human foibles. Fairies are not codependent, so don't think you can manipulate them or your current circumstances by throwing a tantrum. They are already on to some of your tricks. However, they do have compassion. They ask you wish on them and their magic right now, but please don't try to control the outcome. That is so boring. The worst thing that can happen is to ask the fairies for something specific and they do it exactly as you wish. Their magic is much bigger than that. Let the winged ones dish up some Fae surprises. How delicious. 3 wishes. Love that. So I want you to write down 3 wishes during the eclipse that you would like to manifest from now through the summer. And that's all I have for you, Group 3. I'm just going to say thank you. Thank you to my guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, star family, higher self, Yeshua, Baal, Ra, and God Source for allowing me to be the channel through which these messages flow. We thank you for the truth and we thank you for the advice. Amon Ra, Ashe Namaste. By the power of 3, Smote be always works, always a blessing. For those of us in Group 3, we deserve the loves of our lives, not someone who disrespected us in the past, in my humble opinion. I hear ya. I just got a message that it was for you. I really feel that. This is definitely a shared message. Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, like, I would accept an apology. That doesn't mean I would accept you back into my life, like this person back into my life, but I would definitely hear them out and I would accept an apology because I deserve an apology, you know? I love us all vibing. Number 3 is a personal reading for me, no doubt, LOL. Good. I think mine is a Gemini. Holy moly, thank you. You're welcome. Agreed, Madison. The person I'm thinking of, I definitely do not want anything but friendship. An apology would be nice, but that's as far as I would really let it go. Exactly. You just got to know your boundaries. As much as I loved that person of the past, I love myself and my future and my deepest desires so much more. Yeah. I wish for freedom, abundance, and luck. Beautiful. Me too. You're the best. Thank you. You guys are the best. Y'all, round of applause for the moderators because they had to work hard today. And we've been on for over 2 hours. Wow. I'm proud of all of us. I'm proud of all of us. Thanks, Nikki. You are welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for your time. Wish I could make you a tuna sandwich and serve it to you. That would make me so happy, but I'll make it myself. Thank you so much. Nikki, Group 3 was fire. That one felt like the most calm, honestly, of all of them. Like, the first group felt like this. Ah, ah, ah. The second group felt like, ooh, I do the blah, 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 boo. And then the third group felt like, that's my best description of the 3 different energies. The readings are always so accurate. Good. I love listening to you. Thank you so much. Sending love. Sending love to you too. We were working overtime, LOL. We love you. Thank you, Lizzie. And if you don't mind, could you please put the timestamps? I would really, really appreciate it. But if you can't, I'll do it after I eat. Hey, Kenna. I need to watch Group 3. I came in during the second part, but claiming it. It was a good reading. It was definitely good. I hope you're doing well. Bruh, I was going to make the same thing after this. Tuna gang! Hell yeah. He is a Pisces, so yeah, the energy is always chill. Will do, girly. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for joining me. Just know that at the beginning of the live, although I was talking about a lot of contentious topics and I was speaking about them passionately, please know that I'm not trying to push my views on anybody. I can accept other people's opinions, just like I hope you accept my opinions if you feel differently about what I was speaking about. And I'm never here to try and hurt anyone's feelings or try to make people feel bad. I'm just speaking from my experiences, my opinions. So yeah, I hope you can accept some of the more contentious topics that I spoke about in the beginning. If anybody does watch this back from the beginning, and feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments. Just please do it in a kind and respectful way. I'm totally open to other perspectives, and I'm open to the community sharing their own experiences or their own beliefs. It just has to be in a kind way. Yeah. Thank you, I am. I hope you're well too. I'm good, thanks. Nikki, check out my Cancer reading. I dedicated it to you because it felt like a personal reading for you. Aw, I know you aren't vibing with romance reading right now, but you will love that one. Thank you so much. I'll watch it after this. I'll watch it as soon as I get off while I make my tuna sandwich. Okay, I love you guys. I'll read one more comment. Love y'all, as within, so without. And your voice is valid and important. This is your channel at the end of the day. We all have the privilege of seeing inside your mind. Thank you so much. Beautiful note to end on. All right, I love you guys. Take care. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Enjoy your tuna sandwiches if you're having one too.